Yo, 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 yo. What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? It's time to start the show. I don't know what happened. Yo, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come on in. We're about to have a hell of a show. Y'all already know. Man, let me just give a trigger warning early. Let me just give a trigger warning early. This show is not going to be for the ultra sensitive or the faint at heart. This show is not going to be for the ultra sensitive or for the faint at heart. This show is definitely bound to trigger some people. Is definitely bound to bring up some emotion. But we have to find a way to express ourselves and to express our opinions and our grievances or whatever we have without being ultra out of control. Okay. So still no F bombs. It's gonna be a panel show. Still no F bombs. It's $5 per F bomb. Um and we're not gonna say nothing crazy. All right. So let's just be mindful of where we are. We can have the conversation. We can say our opinion. We can say how we feel and what we think, and still keep it, stream worthy. We can still keep it stream worthy. Okay. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come on in. We're gonna have a hell of a show. Y'all already know. Today's show is What's Our Life Worth? Same crime, different outrage. What's our life worth? Same crime, different outrage. And in case you haven't figured it out, this is going to be touching in on the Rick, what's his name? The Rick, what's his name? Guy, the young man Cyrus who was deleted in 2023 from the store, and also from the Carmelo Anthony perspective. Shout out to him. Carmelo Anthony, the young man who was accused last year of deleting, Austin Metcalf. May he rest in peace, and may Cyrus rest in peace as well. So we're gonna get into this. It's no real easy way to get into something like this. Let me just say that off the top. I'm praying for the young man. This is just coming across, of course, like many of you, this is just coming across my desk. I'm just seeing this for the first time. I'm just hearing about what's going on. So there's going to be many people who's going to try to hide their ignorance and hide their bullshit by saying, "Oh, well, y'all have fake outrage. Y'all have fake outrage. All of a sudden, now y'all care." Well, uh, uh, all you fake people that was cry fake outrage, we can't talk about something that we don't know about. We can't talk about something that we don't know about. So when we find out and we know about it, then we can speak about it. So the question is one of the major questions is, what's our life worth when the courtroom gets quiet and the verdict gets loud? What's our life worth? What's our life worth when the courtroom gets quiet and the verdict gets loud? In case you haven't heard or you don't know, there was a deletion. There was a store owner, and he happens to be an Asian man. His wife was manning the register. A young man by the age of 14 came into the store. He had a book bag on, backpack. She said, "Unload your backpack." He unloaded his backpack, didn't argue, went to the cooler and picked out 4 bottles of water. Then he put the four, she started basically following him, and I guess he was feeling harassed, and he put the 4 bottles of water back. He walked around a little bit and then he decided to leave. Before he left, they said, her and her son said, "Hey, you stole a bottle of water." He said, "Hey, look, I didn't steal any water. I don't have any water. I don't have any water. I put it back." So He picks up his book bag and he walks calmly out the door. The woman screams something in what they say is Cantonese. The husband comes from the office, bolting out the office, and the son, and they bolt out the door after this young 14-year-old young man. The young man looks back. He walking calmly. He looks back and he dips out because they're running after him, screaming at him, and they accused him of stealing some water. He already told them and shook his hoodie and said, "Look, I didn't steal any water. I didn't steal any water." He goes running for what they say was over a football field. These people, this man and his son, continue to chase this young man. He falls down, he drops his cell phone, he runs out of his shoes, he falls down, he scrapes his knee, gets back up, he runs, he falls again. And they claim that he pulled the blicky on him, and then the old man pops him in the back, and the young man was deleted. He succumbed to his injuries, and he's no longer with us. This was in 2023. Now, I hadn't heard of this story. This was in Columbia, South Carolina. And recently was the trial the other day. I think the day before yesterday was the trial. Now, after about less than a week, I think it was like 2 days of trial, the jury deliberated, and the jury found the store owner not guilty. So this is what we're dealing with right now, the backlash of this not guilty verdict. Okay? Not guilty verdict. Now, the thing is, in America, we already know as melanated people, there's two sorts of justice systems. And it often makes us ask the question, number one, what's our life worth? The second question is, how is it the same crime but different outrage? How is it the same crime but different outrage? And the third question is, what if people aren't mad about the case? Because the penalty isn't the real story. The penalty isn't the real story. The real story is, what's our life worth? We're not talking about speeches. We're not talking about campaign slogans. We're not talking about everybody wanting our vote. We're not speaking about any of that stuff. Because I mean, a body hits the ground. When the body hits the ground, the courtroom gets quiet. When the verdict drops, when the penalty gets discussed, that's when people start asking the questions that nobody wants to say out loud. Is justice really blind? Or does it start to take a peek when we're Black? Is justice really blind? Or does it start to take a peek when you're Black? Because this is bigger than one verdict. It's bigger than one defendant or one person accused. It's bigger than one headline. Because the crazy thing is, when people look at the Rick Child situation and then they look at the Carmelo Anthony situation, the first thing they're really reacting to is not just the law. It's how society continues over and over again in these patterns, and how we recognize the patterns that society continues to tell us. no matter what side of the issue we find ourselves in. Because they're saying, hold on. When one type of person claims fear, society calls it self defense. But when another type of person calls fear or claims fear, society calls it deletion. They call it murder. Right? And everybody's in the outrage, and everybody's got even people that look like us. Now, that doesn't mean that every case is legally identical. I'm not saying that. That doesn't mean that the facts don't matter. It doesn't mean that emotions should replace evidence. But it does mean that people are tired of watching empathy get distributed like privilege. Only certain people have access to it. Yo, make sure y'all tell a friend to come on in. I'm trying to tell you today is going to be a hell of a show. It's going to be explosive. There's going to be some emotions. We may scream a little bit. We may yell a little bit. We may cry a little bit. I don't know how many laughs we're going to get today. I don't know how many laughs we're going to get today. I don't find anything funny at all. So usually I handle situations with a large degree of levity and a large degree of humor, and I try to find the silver lining in a situation. And I'm being real. I can't responsibly humanly humanitarianly, I don't know the proper phraseology, but I can't find a way to joke in this situation. So if you're looking for jokey there's no jokey is today. If you're looking for lighthearted there's no lightheartedness today. I come to you with a heavy heart. I come to you with a heavy heart. I come to you with the pain of what if I have a 13-year-old son. What if this was my son? What if this was your son? What if just your nephew, your cousin, your grandson? So we're gonna get into it today. Hey, I feel sorry for my son sometimes when he is outside. Shout out to TB Trucker. Yeah, man, it's challenging, man. I don't really feel sorry, but I find myself being very protective. I find myself being extremely protective of my son, and I know I can't protect him from everything. I know I can't shield him for everything, and I know he needs to figure out a way to be a man on his own. But that's my baby. That's my baby. You know what I'm saying? That's my child. And he's a good young man, and he's a great kid, and he's my kid. You know what I'm saying? And I love him with all my heart. And it's a challenge of adulthood. You know, I have 3 older children, and I never worried about them the same way that I worry about my son. Of course, as a parent, you have a certain level of caution, a certain level of responsibility, accountability. You want to protect your children no matter what. At the same time, we live in a very different day and age. My children who are older now, uh they were not faced with as much as my son that's coming up now. They were not faced as much. They had their adversity, they had their challenges, they had their little things, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. Um, let me welcome y'all into the building, and then we're gonna get into it. We're gonna have a hell of a show. Make sure y'all tell a friend to come on in. Thank you so much for my guy TB Trucker. Y'all be like TB Trucking and support the show, support the stream. Now, I mean, shout out to Kojak through and through the great. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Make sure y'all subscribe to Kojak 303 Gaming. Also subscribe to Izzy Band's Reacts. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Chris J. What's up, big homie? Have a good show and enjoy the warm weather and keep kicking out the true fact. Keep cooking, big homie. Your show makes my day better. Hey, shout out to you, man. And I apologize for the heaviness of today's show. Usually I'm more lighthearted. Today is gonna be a little heavy. I'm already fighting back some tears. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna try to get through it. Shout out to Kojak 303 the Great. What's up, Keon? Yeah. What's up, I be Wardy? Peace. I be Wardy in the building. A bit of smart said, keep it cordial. Let's keep it cordial. Toxic week of news. Yeah, TV trucking. Bucket 88, what's up? What's up, brother? What's going on, Bucket 88? Good to see you always. You never get justice with an all-white Southern jury. Yo, and the crazy thing is the judge locked that man up immediately, did not give that man bail, and he was not able to be released until the trial, and it was about 3 years that he spent in jail. Also, the crazy thing is he said that guy was a menace to society. That's what the judge said. And come to find out, this is the third time that this man has done this, and finally ending in a deletion. Just insanity. Damn, no laughs. Another serious stream. Yeah, I got to give you a serious stream today, Living Humbly. My apologies. Shout out to CJ Brooks is in the building. What's going on, Miss CJ Brooks? Good to see you. Shout out to Winchime is in the building. What's going on, Winchime? Good to see you. Good to see my sister Winchime. Give Winchime the hearts. What is going on? Can Winchime get the hearts too? Jesus. What's up, Winchime? Everything and every day can't be about bullshit, laughs, and games. Yeah, it can't. What's up, Chop? What's going on, Chop? Good to see you. Good to see you, Chop. Make sure y'all tell a friend to come on in. What's up, Young Riaz? What's going on, my brother? Salute. Ayo, KO is in the building. What's up, KO? I fear for my little cousins, my little god grandsons. Hell, I fear for all us black men. My pop, my bro, my pops, my family. I fear for myself sometimes. Hey, that's real, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's open season. Like he said on Dagon, he said, like Charles S. Dutton said on Minister Society, it's open season and you are the prey. You know what I'm saying? It's back on like a mother. It's back on like Donkey Kong in this mother. What's up, Irby Fader? What's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Rest in power. An R&B legend. People Bryson passed away. My rest in peace to People Bryson. 3 times allegedly. We're gonna get into that. He hasn't been serious all of 2026. Hey, well, today is the day. All white jury. That sounds very set up from the jump. Yeah, it does. It does. Hey, yo, all right, listen. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Likes are absolutely free. Likes cost you absolutely positively
nothing.
I mean, likes don't cost you
nothing.
Oh, they're free 99. So do like the homie Trish say and smash it. Smash that like button.
Push a button. Come on, push a button.
You heard her. Likes are free. Push the like button.
Push a goddamn button.
Now the LIKES, the likes are free, but the LIGHTS, the likes, they cost money and they cost money. So if you be so kind, if you feel so inclined, be like the homie TV trucking and support the show, support the stream. I mean, and
show me the money.
Spot for a Glock. I took a loss over floss, but still got a knock.
Show me the money.
Yes, sir. Show me the money. Let's do good business. Support through the cash out. Shout out. Peace to the gods. Peace to my man Chicago Rail in the building. Salute, soldier. Good to see you. Peace to the platform. Salute to the platform. Shout out to my guy Kills is in the building. What's up? Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. All right. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way. And likes are absolutely free. Y'all know likes don't cost you nothing. Listen, today is going to be a little bit of a heavy show. It's going to be a drama show, probably. It's probably going to be some opinions that some people don't like to hear. It's going to be some opinions that people feel very passionately and very strongly about. So today, I'm giving the trigger warning early. Today is we're going to have the conversation. Good, bad, and ugly. We're going to be able to talk about it. All right. Y'all know I don't shy away from most conversations. And I don't shy away from people who disagree with me. I don't have no problem with it. All right. We can disagree without being disagreeable. We can have the conversation. We don't gotta fight about it. All right. So tune in, buckle in, tell a friend to come on in. We're about to have a hell of a show. Y'all already know. Let's go.
Excuse me. Did I hear someone say, wait, hold up? He said, dope conversations deserve dope donations. Ladies and gentlemen, let's show love and hype them up.
You are locked in with Izzy Bands. Let's keep this energy going.
Mr. Izzy Bands, Izzy Bands, Izzy Bands, Izzy Bands, Izzy Bands, Izzy Bands, who? Izzy Big Bands.
Welcome to the Real Spill with Mills. Welcome everybody to the podcast with Izzy Bands. Make sure you support the show, support the stream.
Now I mean,
Let's welcome the host, Mr. Izzy Bands.
let's go.
Support the show, support the stream.
Now I mean, yeah.
Same crime, different outrage. Same crime, different outrage. Why do some cases dominate headlines while others barely move the needle? You remember last year? Everybody and their mama was screaming out hooligan, thug, gangster. Every called this young man everything but a child of God. Young man had a 3.7 GPA. Young man done helped somebody that was about to die, just saved their life. Young man was an honor roll student, a star athlete, and he made a bad decision. One way or another, he made a bad decision. And that young man was called everything but a child of God. It was everywhere. It was all over the place. You couldn't turn on YouTube. You couldn't turn on the news. You couldn't turn anywhere without seeing Carmelo Anthony's face plastered everywhere. Everywhere. He was the poster child in a lot of people's estimation for all things evil and unholy because he unalived 18-year-old Austin Metcalf, right? Rest in peace to him. There were so many stories and diatribes and just about how black people were the worst of the worst, and he was the quintessential epitome of that diabolicalness, that debauchery, that disgustingness that is allegedly black people, right? Because he deleted a white man, a white young man. Now, the very crazy thing is juxtaposed to 2023 and this store owner, a store manager, whatever he was, that happened to have popped two other people, or at least popped at two other people, and now deleted this young man, little Cyrus Benton, 14-year-old young man. You don't hear a peep. I didn't hear anything about this story until the man, Rick, whatever his name, was acquitted, was found not guilty recently. But same outrage? Nah. Because people keep saying it's about facts. But if that's true, why are the reactions so different? If this is about facts, why are the reactions so different? How can someone run after a kid that they claim stole a bottle of water with a pistol and run after them a whole football field length? Their kid is running away. Running away. Not towards them, not to them, didn't threaten them, didn't attack them, didn't do anything to them. The child is running away. And really, when he left the store, he just walked calmly out the store. The only way he started running was when they came and started chasing him. And he ran away, running for his life, away. And got chased a whole football field length, more than 100 yards, and got popped in his back. Where is your outrage for this? Where is the racial epitomes of these particular people are evil, and these particular people, that's what they do, and these particular people are the leaders, and these particular people are bigoted and prejudiced and racist, and they are, where is all of this vitriol that you had for a young man who was in an altercation that deleted someone who was in their face, towering over them and yelling out spews towards them? You got vitriol towards that guy, because how dare he take somebody's life? But another guy that runs after a kid with his son, the two grown ass men running after a kid, a child, 14 years old, over a football field and pops him in the back, and you silent? You have nothing to say. You're not outraged. Nothing was wrong. Oh, he had a gun. I forgot he had a gun that happened to fall out of his pocket. He had a gun that happened to fall out of his pocket, so he had to be wrong. Same crime, different outrage. And again, I'm not saying that these are legally exactly the same thing that happened. That would be ridiculous, but y'all know what I'm getting at. So the question is, what's our life worth? And this is the question that nobody really wants to answer. What's our life worth? What happens when two stories collide and people start asking if every life is valued the same? Is every life in America valued the same? We know the answer to that. It isn't about Rick Chow, that Enigma. It isn't about just about Carmelo Anthony. This is about the question underneath both stories. And once you see it, really, we can't unsee it. We can't pretend anymore. So in case y'all don't know exactly what I'm talking about, let me welcome a couple more of y'all in the building. I'm going to play a couple of clips. I'm going to say a little bit more, and then I'm open up the panel. Make sure y'all support this show, support the stream. I mean, everybody throw $5 at us so we can have enough to keep our show going. I greatly appreciate it. What's going on, Don 23244? Good to see you, my sister. She said, I didn't hear anything either. Mum's the word. We didn't hear peep. Shout out to Laura ADS. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's my time 61. Good afternoon. Good to see you, my sister. Good to see you. Shout out to Andrew Teller. Said this sounds similar to the Latasha Harlan deletion over a carton of orange juice. Wow. Did she get deleted? Well, this guy popped at somebody over a carton of orange juice. So I don't know, but that person didn't get deleted. Sounds like Trayvon Martin all over again. Shake my damn head. And I saw a piece, And it's like they put the brother, it was a guy up there, it's like they put him on trial. Do you think that it's okay for a 14-year-old to have a firearm? Would you let your child have a firearm? It's like, yo, he didn't even point the firearm at nobody. Investigators shown that boy did not even point the firearm at anybody. He didn't even pull a firearm out. He didn't even have brandish a firearm. Investigators showed that. Just insanity. What's going on? What's going on? Who's Bradford? Shout out to Knight and Bishop. Who's Bradford? And make sure y'all hit the like button. Likes are absolutely free, but also support the show, Sports Trading. I mean, so fair use, fair use, fair use. Let's go here. Let's see. We're gonna go to the beginning. We're gonna go to the beginning and show the let's show him going and let's show the footage. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Again, this is triggering. This is triggering. Trigger warnings. This is triggering. All right. This is not for the faint at heart or the highly sensitive. Okay. So just fair use, fair use, fair use. You've been warned. Let's go. All right. Let's get it. So this is the young man. This young man, Cyrus. He's going into the store now. He has a Chucky. He has a Chucky sweatshirt on. He's going into the store. He has a book bag on. You got to put down your backpack. Put down your backpack. He shows him where to put it at. He doesn't say anything. He just goes and puts down his backpack.
You'll see here he grabs the 4 water bottles and puts all 4 back. And she's standing there doing what?
He puts back all 4 water bottles. So he pulled out 4 water bottles. He puts back 4 water bottles. He pulled out 4 bottles, but as you can see, she's coming in behind him. As you can see, she's coming in behind him. Okay. Thank you, man. I'll fix it. I appreciate it. The way this country and world is set up, hell's yeah. If I had a son, he better carry a tool. I mean, shit, seems that way, right? But listen, let's get to it. So she's coming in behind him. As you see, she went all the way from around the corner to watch him. He put the water back, but as you see, her line of sight, she can't see exactly what he's doing. And he had his hands in his daggone hoodie pretty much the whole time, except for when he went and grabbed the water. All right. So now she's following him directly. He looks at her. He's following her. Do you have one in your pocket? I don't have any water in my pocket. I don't have no water bottle in my pocket, bro. He's showing it. He shook his hoodie. He said, yo, I don't have any water bottle in my pocket, bro. He shook his hoodie. Y'all couldn't see that, but check it out. Now he's walking out calmly.
Living peacefully.
He's walking out calmly. You see the dad run out from the office. That's the son.
Look, they're so scared of him.
They're running out fast. They're running out by the corner after him. He see them running after him. He start running. He take off.
I wanted to piece together all of the surveillance footage that was shown because, number one, it shows all of the angles. Number two, I'm tired of the stupid comments of people, oh, but he stole the water bottles. Oh, but he threatened them. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. In fact, his own surveillance footage shows that he blatantly lied to police, that he never stole anything, that from the moment he walked in, he was respectful. He put the backpack down. He didn't argue with anyone. And that she, on the other hand, his wife, harassed him the entire time when he was walking towards the water bottles. She's standing over the chips like this, monitoring him like he's a criminal. They then accuse him, even though the surveillance footage is 1, 2, 3, 4 water bottles being put back. She still followed him, still questioning him. The son now jumps in. And instead of him arguing with them, he said, I don't have anything here. He shakes his hoodie and he walks out the door. They followed him, all three, not just him and his son. And what breaks my heart, on top of the fact that he is not here to even speak on his behalf, the fact that he was shot while he was trying to get up from the floor after tripping, is the fact that no child should ever have to walk into a store and be taunted in this manner, followed throughout the store at 14 years of age. I just asked myself, what does that do to a person? How does that jack them up in their mind, in their soul, to think that you can't even walk into a store innocently? All of them deserve to be in jail. In the next video, I'll go into day 3.
There's been a lot of people that I haven't tuned into today. I seen some people talking about it, that they were talking about it. I didn't tune in. I didn't click on it. I don't want to hear it because, it's no excuse. See, when Carmelo Anthony did what he did, there was no excuses for Carmelo Anthony. People called him a hooligan. People called him a thug. People called him every derogatory name in the book. There was no room for he made a mistake. It was a miscalculation. He wasn't trying to delete him. It wasn't intentional. It was just a school fight. There was no room for any of that. Why does this guy, Rick, whatever his name is, why does Rick Chow get so much grace? Why does Rick Chow get so much grace? Why does Rick Chow get so much room? Why does Rick Chow get the benefit of the doubt? Where is our black hate crime bill? Where is our black hate crime bill? Let that have been the other way around, and Cyrus would have been Rick. They would have had a Asian hate crime bill 3 years ago. 3 years ago would have been an Asian hate crime bill. Where's our black hate crime bill? Shout out to Joy is Real Online. Hey, Miss Joy is Real Online. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. What's up, Narratives Dialogues? What's going on? He said, if we don't get a hold to our children before 15, because this is going to continue to happen, and you can believe the laws will not change ever in the deep South. That's crazy. Yeah, that's South Carolina. That wasn't that deep. Whether it's a kid or an adult should be mistreated like that. That's a fact. Andrew Taylor said, this is insane. You absolutely right. She must think this was Minister Society or something. Yeah. 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 I'd rather for my son to carry 15 and be jumped by 12 than be carried by 6 permanently, please believe, or prematurely, I think he said. Blacks in this country will never have a black hate crime bill. Never. The 3/5 clause in the Constitution is still active. That's crazy. Does the charge change the outcome? I don't, not necessarily, Chalk, but it does show a sense of equality, and it does put a humanity, a lens on people of color that look like us, right? It puts a humanitarian lens on us. where we get looked at as actual people and human beings rather than some disposable piece of trash that could just get popped down in the middle of the street going away for a bottle of water. For a bottle of water. A bottle of water that he didn't even steal. But let's say, for the sake of crazy imagination, that he still stole the bottle of water. Does he deserve to be popped and gunned down in the street like a dog? Like, they wouldn't even, if you did that to a dog, you would get life. If you did that to a dog, you would get football numbers. Do it to a dog. Go ahead and chase a dog down in the street and pop a dog in the back as it's running away from you. Shit, you could pop a dog that's coming towards you and you might get some jail time. Do that to a geese or a goose or do it. Maybe they don't mind as much cats. I don't know. America don't really like cats like that. So I agree somewhat, but if they found not guilty, that doesn't help. Right? I get it, but the thing is with that, with the crime, I think it's way different. I could be mistaken, but I think the process of that is a little different. I think that's more of a federal scale than a state scale. So if I'm not mistaken, someone correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't it being a national hate crime, doesn't that make it a federal crime rather and take it out of the states? So therefore you don't have to worry about the prejudice of that particular region. It's a national thing. You don't have to worry about the politics of that particular region. It's a national thing. It's prosecuted by, you know what I'm saying, by the government. So that's the difference. That's the difference, because what happened with that particular thing was the racial component is what got him not found not guilty. All right. Said that's correct, Izzy. All right. Appreciate it. Huh? What are you talking about? We are the entertainment value for everything until shit gets real. Now, huh? Where did that come from? What are we talking about? Where did that come from? Tethers are not black. Where did that come from? Like the great Roger Mosley said in the Mac, we must form our own America within but without white America. Hell, Canadian geese, who are notorious for destruction, has more protection than us black folks. Damn. The Asian family left South Carolina and should. Yo, I'm gonna show y'all. Yo, it was crazy. You see, let me show you how many police. Now they vandalized the spot. What you gonna vandalize the spot? Thank you, TB Trucker, for the double. Y'all be like TB Trucker to support the show, support the stream. You know what I mean? Help us reach our goal. Help us reach our goal today. I really appreciate you, TB Trucker.
Thanks, man.
Make money, make money. When shit hit the fan, we'll take money.
The spot, right? So let me show you. So basically, let me see.
Versus TK Rick Chow. The jury unanimously find the defendant TK Rick Chow as to charge of murder not guilty.
The question was answered when he was shot dead in the streets 130 yards from the store. He did absolutely nothing wrong. The question was answered when this jury found him not guilty today. The question was answered because a 14-year-old child shot dead in Richland County, got no justice. When the family got no justice, the anger is palpable tonight. You can feel it, you can touch it, because people saw a child that looked like their own, that did nothing wrong. A child that all the witnesses described had fear in his eyes when he left the store. And then he started to run, and two grown men chased him down over a football field and shot him dead.
So
Took some more. Give us back the one. Cyrus said.
let me just show y'all this. So it was vandalized. The spot was vandalized. It was vandalized. But I found this interesting. So the shop was vandalized. They vandalized the store. You know what I'm saying? On the outside and the inside. But this is what I found rather interesting, right?
A 14-year-old boy walks into a gas station, picks up 4 bottles of water, changes his mind, puts them all back, and 60 seconds later, he's dead with a bullet in his back. That's what happened to Cyrus Carmack Belton on the night of May 28th, 2023, outside a Shell station on Park Lane Road in Columbia, South Carolina. And the man who pulled the trigger, the store owner himself, 61-year-old Rick Chow. It started with a false accusation. Chow and his family suspected Cyrus of shoplifting water from their store. But here's what the store's own surveillance cameras proved. The teen never stole a thing. He picked up the bottles, then placed every single one back in the cooler. No theft, no crime, nothing. But Rick Chow didn't care about what the cameras showed. He cared about what he believed. After an argument, Cyrus walked out. Instead of letting it go, Chow's adult son Andy started chasing the teenager down the street. Rick Chow followed right behind him, armed with a loaded .45 caliber Glock. A grown man with a gun, pursuing a child who had done absolutely nothing wrong. Cyrus ran 139 yards, longer than a football field, desperately trying to get away. He ran so hard he lost his sneakers. He dropped his phone. He was running for his life and didn't even know it yet. But then he tripped. Near a set of apartments on Springtree Drive, Cyrus hit the ground hard. Andy Chow claimed the teen pulled a gun and pointed it at him. He screamed to his father, and in that moment, Rick Chow made a choice. He fired a single round into the back of a 14-year-old boy. Not the chest, not the front, the back. A forensic pathologist later testified the bullet tore through Cyrus's lower back and pierced his heart, a wound she called universally fatal. Now here's where it gets worse. Body camera footage from the scene captured Rick Chow's own words to deputies that night. He never once said the gun was pointed at him or his son. His exact words were, "My son saw a gun in his hand, so I took my weapon. Saw a gun, not aimed at, not threatened with, just saw." That distinction is everything. A judge agreed. In November 2025, Chow's stand your ground immunity claim was denied. The court ruled he failed to prove the teenager ever pointed a weapon at anyone. Bond was denied too. The judge called Chow a danger to the community and a flight risk. He's been sitting in a cell ever since his arrest. Now, jury selection begins Tuesday, May 26, 2026 at the Richland County Court.
So I found this interesting. I'm trying to show. I'm trying to find the video. Pardon me, y'all. I found this very, very interesting. That look at how many police officers. Look at how many police officers were there at the store afterwards. So let me. 1, 2, 3. Okay, fourth down. All right, let me get this for y'all. I want y'all to check this out. This is crazy, man. This is how many officers. Okay. This is how many officers were at the scene. Were at the scene later. Check this out. Absolutely insane. I don't know if y'all saw this yet.
Oh, hell no. I hope she got that. We still gonna burn the store down. It's really, I'm sorry, man. It's not kids.
So these ratchets are in the Uber. Y'all not helping anything. I don't understand, but y'all not helping anything by acting like this. I'm just trying to let y'all know. I don't know why y'all do this and why y'all think that this is the way to go or the route to go, but y'all not helping anything acting like this. But these ratchets were in an Uber. They passed by the store where it happened, and the parking lot was filled with police officers, trying to protect the property. Absolutely insanity, but that's what it was. That's what happened. Yo, if y'all want your comments highlighted in red, do so through the super chat or through the Cash App. Help us reach our goal today. All right, y'all. If y'all want your comments highlighted in red more than just the once or twice I do it, do so through the super chat, through the Cash App. Help us reach our goal today. I'll be better tomorrow. Said, where are you, black men leaders? There were several. I just showed you a clip of a black man who's there on the ground who's speaking up in the situation. So there's people there. There's people there on the ground, and there's a bunch of people marching and all types of other stuff. But we could get into that into a second. Right? Y'all make sure y'all support the show Sports Stream. Nah, they couldn't help themselves. They sitting there screaming out the we gonna burn the mud down. Like, yo, why are you saying that? What are you talking? We still gonna burn it down. We still gonna burn it down. Like, what in the world? They couldn't help themselves, Chuck. What you mean? We still gonna burn that mother down. Just ridiculous. Not helping the damn thing. Making it worse, actually. So I wanted to show y'all this too. So yeah, 3 times. This particular person has been this Rick Chow guy has done this 2 other times. He hasn't deleted anybody, I don't think. But he's been found not guilty before. So let's get into this. Go, and then we're gonna open up the panel shortly. Oh, sorry.
Make sure that you know about the 2 previous shootings before Rick Chow was found not guilty for taking the life of 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton. 2015, a woman stole beer and peanuts. Chow says that she then threatened his life, and then she got in a vehicle, so he shot at that vehicle 6 times. Now, thank goodness no one was hurt, but Chow was not charged. Investigators called it self-defense. The second time was in 2018. A man stole oven cleaner. Chow says that man then assaulted him, so he shot him twice. No charges, self-defense. The man who stole the oven cleaner, though, he was charged in connection with that case. And then we get to 2023. That's when 14-year-old Cyrus went into a convenience store owned by Rick Chow. Chow said that he stole water. Surveillance video showed that he did not. Cyrus ran from that store, and he ran so hard during the 130-yard chase where Rick Chow was chasing him with a weapon and with his son. Cyrus, this child, ran so fast that he ran out of one of his shoes and his belongings fell out of his pocket, including a weapon. And then he was shot in the back as he was running away. Chow and his son said that Cyrus pointed that weapon at them, and that's why Chow fired. But they're the only people who say that. The other witnesses say they never saw anything in Cyrus's hand. And according to the prosecution's experts, Cyrus was shot in the back while he was running away. So how would he have been pointing a weapon that was on the ground that had fallen out of his pocket as he ran for his life? And a lot of people want to say, well, a 14-year-old had a weapon. That's the end of the story. Not guilty for Chow. Having a weapon, no matter what age, does not automatically mean someone gets to take your life. Is it A-okay hunky-dory that a 14-year-old had a weapon? No, but that is not the end of this case. I personally do not believe that he was pointing it at Chow or his son. I believe the witnesses that were there that didn't have a relative on the line for going to prison for this. Other people want to say, well, he may have put the water down, but he planned to steal. Planning to steal or even stealing should not be a death sentence. If he stole a bottle of water, which he did not, but even if he did, call the police. Put up a sign that says this kid stole a bottle of water, a basic necessity of life, and he's no longer allowed in this store.
Facts.
If a woman steals beer and peanuts, call the police. Put up a sign that says this woman stole beer and peanuts. She's not allowed in this store. If a man steals oven cleaner, put up a sign, call the police. None of those things should be death sentences. Right. And the fact that people are online saying, well, he intended to steal. Well, he had a weapon. You think that means a 14-year-old child should have died? I hope you'll really think about that. I just wanted to make sure everyone knows about the 2 previous shootings. The jury did not, and I have to wonder if that would have changed their opinion. But of course, since they were self-defense and Chow wasn't charged, of course the jury didn't know about it. I wonder what they'll think about it when they find out. Rest in peace to Cyrus Carmack Belton. Let me know if anything in this video changed your perspective at all.
Rest in peace to the young man. So Be Better says, and y'all listen, shout out to my man Cajun Darkfire who just came in the building. What's up, bruh? I can't believe this kind of madness is happening again, bro. I don't think it ever stopped, bro. I'll be honest with you, but you know what I'm saying. It's just it's sickening. Where where are y'all at the voting polls to get laws made for us? Um, I guess you don't really understand how the political process works, right? So you're talking about a see you must not have went to civics class. I don't know. You must not have went to civics class because that's not how that works. That's not how America works. Just for the record, you're missing some steps there, partner.
No, for disaster relief. That's not how America works.
It's not how America works. You're missing some steps. So that's not how it works. But there's plenty of people getting out and voting. But that's not how laws get made or changed by voting. Like you that's what you elect senators and representatives for. And you know what I'm saying, they are supposed to be working on your behest. But now that things are there's still much taxation without representation, they gerrymandered again, and these poll lines are now different. So I don't know what you expect to happen when they change the lines of demarcation. So in essence, they watered down the concentrated area of so-called blacks and claimed that there was Democrats. And so now the people who are supposed to be there up there for you, representing you, no longer represent your interest. So good luck with all of that. Good luck with all of that. I just someone said, and I think it was the same person. Why? What did you say? Why care now? Y'all are no leaders. Can't you even keep your son safe? Well, obviously, like this doesn't even make sense, right? Did you say to Austin Metcalf's father and to white men that because Austin Metcalf got deleted, that white men are not leaders and they can't even keep their son safe? Did you say that to them? See, this is the slowness, the dis-ease that I'm talking about, the mental dis-ease that I'm talking about. Why y'all care now? Well, we care now because we know now. That's why we care now, because we know now. We didn't know about this before. So now that we know about it, we care. Secondly, we're no leaders because we can't even keep our sons safe, as if people of all races, creeds, colors, nationalities, ethnicities don't get deleted in America every day. It happens every day. Now, what doesn't happen every day is someone deleting someone in cold blood with their back turned, running away, and they get away with it. See, that's what the justice system is supposed to be for. See, that's what the justice system is supposed to be for. And justice is supposed to be blind, but obviously it takes peaks. And if you're black, it peaks if you're black. It's supposed to be blind, but if you're black, it takes a peak. So, what do you even mean? That's a nonsensical, non-logical statement right there. That doesn't even make any type of sense at all. It doesn't even make sense what you're saying. It's just pure ignorance. Pure ignorance. Right? Absolutely asinine. Honestly, though, no gun, no problem. The law needs to change, though. Unanimous vote by the jury is crazy. Crazy. You talking to a metard? Hey, what's up, Pete? What's going on? Nah, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. I think you're slow. Facts, Izzy. And the crazy part is most of these people who do not have sons or children do not understand the black boys are under attack. When I saw all of this songs, New State, They Are Now. I don't know what that means. When I saw all of this song's new state, I don't know, you must have typed typo. We have a do nothing Congress that literally works 100 days a year. That doesn't give a flying F about us. That's a fact. That's a fact. We got a tainted Supreme Court that doesn't give a flying F about us. We have an executive branch, Dems and Repubs, that don't give a flying F about us for decades. All right. Y'all make sure y'all support the show. If y'all want your comments highlighted red, support the show, support the stream. Now, man, help us reach our goal. Help us reach our goal today. See, the outrage is a feeling that some people get the benefit of doubt and others get the burden of suspicion. This is what the outrage is. So you're saying why we care now? Why we care now is some people automatically, because of the hue of their skin or their nationality, get the benefit of the doubt. And other people, because of the color of their skin, strictly, or the curl of their hair, the curl pattern of their hair, they get the burden of suspicion. And here's where it gets really dangerous, right? Here's where it gets really dangerous. When people stop trusting the system, they stop hearing legal process. They hear be quiet and accept it. That's why the penalty conversation hits so hard. That's why it's so important. See, charging people and then people getting convicted doesn't bring the victims back. It doesn't bring anybody back. It really doesn't even make anybody feel better. But what it does do is it does send a signal out into the United States of America that if you do something like this, you will be punished. And hopefully that will be enough to discourage people from targeting young black men. But unfortunately, in this country, if you're a young black man, if you're a black man, period, your life is disposable. If you get attacked, you are under trial. You lose your life, you're under trial. They put Trayvon Martin under trial, may God rest his soul. They put George Floyd under trial, may God rest his soul. They put Sandra Bland under trial, may God rest her soul. They put Fernando Castile under trial, may God rest his soul. Whenever you lose your life in these type of situations, it's you that's put under trial. Because to some people, the potential penalty in the Carmelo Anthony case feels like the system saying, we know how to punish you. We know what to do with you. We know what to do with your kind. While the Rick Chow verdict feels like, but we don't always know how to protect you. When we do something, they want to throw the book at us, whether we're right or whether we're wrong, whether we had a right to defend ourselves, whether we had a right to protect ourselves or whatever. They want to throw the book at us, in other words. But when it's us, we were already guilty before it even happened. We were already guilty before it happened. This Nigma guilty. Guilty. This Nigma guilty. And whether the audience agrees or disagrees, that perception is powerful enough to go viral. So no, people ain't mad about the case. They're mad because the case reminds them of every time they felt their pain had to be proven twice. Once in court and once to the culture. Once in court and once to the public opinion, social pressure, social media, social. 14 is just a baby. It is just a baby, CJ Brooks. It is just a baby. Yo, we're going to open up the panel. Y'all make sure y'all supporting this show, man. Hit the like button at the very least. Help my man TBE Trucking out. Everybody throw at least $5 at us. Support the show. Support the stream. I mean, dope discussions deserve dope donations. Compensation for the conversation. Let's do good business, family. Let's do good business, man. Let's do good business. I know I'm not jokey, laughy today. And I hope that y'all can bear with that. I know that y'all enjoy the jokey, laughy is, but this is not a joking matter. This is serious. So if we can, let's have the discussion. Let's have the conversation. I'm about to drop the link for y'all. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Y'all more than welcome to come up. Let's kick it. Let's talk about it. Found not guilty. Found not guilty. Unanimous. The jury unanimously found this individual not guilty. Not guilty of deleting this young man in cold blood. Back turn, running away, cold blood. I think that says more about this society than anything else, man. I think that's an indictment on our society at large. Let me make sure this hit. But I'm gonna go ahead and pin this to the top of the chat. Like you make a lot of assumptions better yo, first of all, how about if I live in a place how about if I live in a place where that don't happen? So I'm you know what I'm saying? Because people fought in the place that I live at. People fight in the place that I live at. There's daggone there's daggone YouTube videos of black men going to them city council meetings that you're talking about, screaming and yelling and fighting for our rights. There's black men that run the city that I live in. There's black men who are the police chief where I live in. There's black men who are, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to tell you. You're making a lot of assumptions. You're making a lot of assumptions. And then you're trying to juxtapose national and local. And those are two total separate issues. Local is what affects you and your particular area and your particular location. National is something different. So the panel is open. The link is dropped. Make sure y'all tell a friend to come on in. Y'all support the show. In the meantime, between time. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know it's hit for, right? So I believe that most people are asking the wrong question. They keep asking, was it legal? I think people are asking the wrong question. They keep asking, was it legal? Right? And see, really the truth of the matter is to answer to your thing, that's why we need a black hate crime bill. So it could be national. So it could be national. When a black person is deleted in cold blood, running away in the back, that's supposed to be automatically across the board. Like if you hit somebody in the back of their car, that's automatically you're at fault. If you pop somebody in the back as they're running away and delete them, that should be automatic. There shouldn't be no question about that. That's automatic. You already know what that is. They was running away. How is they posing a threat to you running away? That kid was calm. He was composed. He didn't argue with them people. He didn't yell and go back and forth with them people. He just left. He said, look, I don't have no water. He shook his hoodie and he grabbed his bag and walked out calmly. They started chasing after the boy. He left his book bag there. The link is pinned. Y'all more than welcome to come up. Exactly, Izzy. I go to the city council meetings in Detroit and the suburb I live in. And both city councils hate seeing me in the chambers because I hold MFers accountable. Hell, technically, that's a violation of the Geneva Conference. You can't pop a person in the back like that. P said, yup. Y'all support the show. Shout out to my man, Lord ADS. Lord ADS, what's going on? What's good with you, bro? How you doing?
Oh, good. Is it good? Is it? How you doing today, brother?
I'm well. I'm well by faith. Talk to me.
That's what's up. So yeah, you got this particular case here, right? But you got, I mean, let's just, I mean, nobody's even talking about Ashley Janae anymore, right? I mean, I haven't heard that in months around here. And there was a new video that popped up a couple weeks ago. Nobody's even mentioned that. I mean, it just comes to show how we're not valued as human beings amongst other races of people. To the point where even this guy has got three separate cases, three separate instances of of, you know what I'm saying, basically harming folks or attempting to harm folks, and he's gotten away with it this whole time. No one's put anything with the Better Business Bureau. No one's closed down his business. No one's questioned it. Every time he's walked away scot free, this is just the third occasion of that. So I think we need to wake up and see how other people see us, right, in society versus how we respond to them. I think we're too open and too friendly at time with the wrong folks, and these things tend to happen.
No doubt. Shout out to my brother Corey Love in the building. What's up, Corey? How you doing, bro?
Hello, salute. Can you hear me good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you. What's going on with you, bro?
Nah, man. Chilling, chilling. Salute, easy panel.
How's the
Yo,
family? How's
man.
your family doing, bro?
We good. We good, man. We good.
Y'all good. No,
Okay, good.
much love and much prayers for y'all,
Thank you. I
man.
appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
All right.
Yo, this is my thing, right? And I think like to all the legal stuff that y'all talking about is cool, but it's like it's almost like every time something like this happens, it's almost like they sending a message out to the world. Like there's no repercussions for doing this to black children. The law ain't gonna do nothing about it, and neither is a community. It's almost like these you got immigrant people that come here, they ain't even from here, but they come here, set up shop, and the lack of respect for black people, bro, the lack of respect, the lack of respect for the life of a black person or black children in that community, they don't even have it when they come over here. And why is that, bro? Why aren't people afraid, man? You bet, man. Some gonna have if you do that. Why isn't there no? Why aren't? I guess this is what I'm asking, right? Oh, we keep talking, we keep marching, we keep being upset, we looting, we rioting, but there's no consequences. You know what I'm saying? There's no, and I'm not gonna say what I want to say on your channel, but you know what I'm saying.
Right.
There's no consequences when they do this to black people, specifically to young black boys, bro. When are we gonna change that? We got brothers that's willing to delete each other over the stupidest stuff, but we got people like Zimmerman still walking around. We got people like Chow that's just still walk. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to like do something, when are we gonna? I guess that's what we talking about when are we talking about the protection side of it, because it's like, yo, yeah, if it was a different kid, there would be some repercussions, even maybe even in the in the government, of course, but also in a community, they're gonna exact some type of justice. But for us, we're gonna talk about it for a week, and then we're gonna forget about it in 2 weeks, and then until it happens the next time.
But listen,
So
this is why, Corey. Look, check this out, man. This is why, brother. This is why they have the complexion for the daggone protection. I want to show you something. And this is what a lot of people know. It's not an excuse. It's just what it is. Check this junk out, bro. Did you see this? This when they looted the spot. Look at how many police cruisers are in this parking lot. There's so many police cruisers in this parking lot. There's no space empty. Look, I'm gonna take out these women's commentary. I just want you to watch. You see that? There's so many police cruisers in that parking lot after they looted that place that that's not even a crime scene. The reason why they got crime tape around that is because that place got looted. And they talking about still burning it down, right? So there is so many, that's why. So they have the complexion for the protection. Unfortunately, if we do something, they'll have the National Guard out there. They'll have the whole police out there. So not only do they not enforce the laws and protect us, and justice takes a peek when we're out there, but then they put their race soldiers and they put their soldiers to work against us when we do, because that retaliation is coming. The retaliation was coming, but they do exactly put their soldiers in the mix to keep them at bay from being able to touch those type of people. They if you touch that man, you going under the jail, bro. That's why.
Can you hear me? Because dang, I can't hear y'all. Can you
Yeah,
hear me? I
I can
gotta
hear
listen
you
to my
now.
other
Yeah,
phone.
I can
Can
hear
you
you
hear me
now.
at
Yeah,
all? I can't hear you.
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Go out and come back in because that was a great. I want to hear what you guys say. Go out and come right back, man. Go out and come right back.
Okay, let me say this, and because I okay, all right, yep.
Yeah, come right back. Come right back. Yo, shout out to Kojak through the Gray said that's the purpose of the police to protect and serve businesses, not us, especially blacks. Yep, no. And the crazy part is if they go and loot these places, even though this man was in the wrong, guess what? It gives black coons content and shift the focus off of this young boy. Yeah, that's a fact. What up, Mr. Center of the World? What's going on? Yeah. Go ahead, go ahead. What say you, ADS?
I mean, yeah, Izzy, but I mean, unless you plan on really taking, I don't want to preach nothing on this panel. I'm saying that that's hazardous to your panel. Put it that way. But the only thing they understand is, you know what I'm saying? The reason why while our white folks respect the law so much is because there was a thing called frontier justice for a while, right? So if they didn't take care of it, somebody, I'm not gonna go there. But you see what I think you see where I'm sort of heading, right?
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, but besides that, I mean, this is it's just gonna keep it current, man. There's no respect. There's no value for you as a human being. You know what I'm saying? When you was out, remember before when you was being shot in the, you know what I'm saying, or pew in the street, right? You did the BLM march. Then people start putting up flags, all lives matter, just to undermine that.
But you realize that I think that this is what they're trying to get at. I think that this is what they want. You know what I'm saying? They throw Chud the Builder in our face, saying all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Somebody reacts, they get popped. We'll see what happens with Chud the Builder. Carmelo Anthony, we're gonna see what happens with him. And I don't think it's gonna be good. I think they're intentionally doing this to set us off to get us to try to fight physically. You know what I'm saying? And something that, and shit, a lot of us ain't even with us. A lot of us make excuses and make reasons and make all kinds of concessions and don't even like us. Make all kinds of excuses for us to lose our life. So, yo, like truthfully, we just gotta be ready to lay it down. That the only thing is are you ready to lay it down? That's really it. Because
I mean,
you
a
know what
boy
I'm saying?
losing his life over a bottle of water should send a flash message out to our communities, right? Of how much these people don't value us.
Now, that's a fact.
But
That's a
guess
fact.
what? You're gonna keep going. We all gonna keep going to their stores. Nobody gonna boycott. No. I mean, but you can't put all of
But
everybody in that
they're
same group. That's
boycotting.
not right either.
They're definitely gonna boycott. They're definitely boycott. But I heard they left. I don't
Yes.
even know if it's true, but they're definitely boycotting, right? Cloud 112 said, piggybacking off of what Corey is saying, there's never going to be consequences for unaliving us until we stop it first. I mean, I get you, but you know what I'm saying? It's a matter of how y'all are talking about doing it, right? Because they keep asking what was it legal? But the people are asking, was it equal? They keep asking, what did the jury decide? But the people are asking, why does this keep happening? Right? They keep asking, why are y'all so emotional? And that right there proves they still don't get it. And they don't get it, right? Shout out to my man Kwafi Nino in the building. What's up, Narrative Dollars? What's going on, Kwafi?
Hey man, how y'all? I mean, this here. Um, I've seen it time and time again. I've been feet on the ground myself, marching for Trayvon Martin, marching for Troy Davis, marching for Ahmaud Arbery. Um, I even did, a lot of content When it happens to one, I try to put all of the cases together in one segment, because just like ADS said, it's going to keep happening. But the only thing I can do is do my part. Um, I just have to say that it's just too many cases like this that are happening where the laws have not changed. And like you said, this is a signal. This is a dog whistle. And they're doing it not just through white people. They're doing it through immigrants and different people, the same people that they are against. The immigrants, they're saying, hey, they don't need to be here, but they're also asking them, hey, if you can't beat us, join us so that we can get these niggas up out of here. And that's exactly what it is. That's why we have even black people who look like us that are using us as entertainment value. That's why I said that in the chat. That's why I said that.
Get it?
You
Hey,
know.
oh, sorry. Go ahead. I thought you was finished.
No,
Hey,
go ahead and shout out.
shout out to JD 1975 for our young black men. Thank you very much, JD 1975. Support the show, support stream. Y'all be like JD 1975. Help us reach our goal. Help us reach our goal today. Come on, but this is the thing, Kwafi. If you're not entertaining, people are not supporting, bro. When you smiling, when you joking, when you clowning, when you acting up, when you arguing, when you fussing, the support comes in. When the drama is built, the support comes in. When you're talking against black people, the support comes in, it piles in. But if you're talking about justice for black people, no support, bro. No, that from even us. This is us. This is us, bro. I'm talking about us. I'm bringing awareness about this young man, talking about this situation. Hardly no support, bro. We laughing, clowning. Miss Sherry Berry come up here acting the damn fool, whatever. Money coming from left, right, to manna from heaven, bro. It's us.
Yeah.
It's us, bro.
I see that a lot too. But the only thing I'm saying, like even for me, I had to revamp, and maybe this is not the audience for you. I know they're not for me, because I don't get down like that. When I'm serious, I'm serious. They need to take that somewhere else.
Yeah.
You will get the support, but you just need to align yourself in algorithm with people who do things like this, like cases. Because people click to see this. They want to see, they want to hear different opinions from different people. And unfortunately, you have some black people that do grift, and they go with what you see, some of the egregious things you see in comments. I mean, I've been reading all yesterday on TikTok. I've been reading on comments on Facebook, Reddit. I mean, it's just crazy the things that these people say. And these are the same people that comes in the chats. So they're not serious.
Hey, thank you
And they
very
don't
much.
have our life does not value more than a black cat or dog. And I'm talking about the color black. They'll treat that thing better than a human life, you know? And I want to say another thing too. I remember you said something about the people getting out of the Uber. This is the uneducated types about, the police, about, you know, things that have went on, where were they when all this other stuff has been going on? Haven't you learned that these people are ready to fire off on you?
Fire off,
You know,
especially when they
and
formed up like that.
yeah, they ready. In a place like South Carolina, Columbia, I know all about that. I just hang out at Benedict. I know what they do. Get caught going down there through Newberry or Beaufort, Beaufort, not Beaufort, Georgia, Buford. But that's close. They kind of close. And yeah, and see what happened.
Hey, shout out to Speak Radio 81 said the immigrants are the new race soldiers. Thank you for the support, man. He said, no need for a silly video, just showing support and listening to perspectives that aren't from rats, I think he was saying, or moles, and complete idiots. Yo, thank you very much, Speak Radio. Y'all be like Speak Radio, support the show, support stream. I mean, I really appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much. Shiesty Bum said, maybe black men should help in cleaning up their image and act, question mark. Blaming women got y'all nowhere. take accountability. Well, Shiesty, this is the thing, right? That's a conflation. And I don't understand, and I've said this before, and it was really for the Ashley Janae situation. I don't understand why people take our being deleted as an opportunity to push their own personal agendas and their own personal perspectives that have absolutely nothing to do with the actual person that's being deleted. Like,
Gender banging. Just
right,
gender banging. Yeah.
gender banging for no reason. You're gonna use this young man's death, which was senseless, which was inhumane, which was diabolical. You're gonna use this young man's death to push a gender agenda? That's crazy.
And that's what this is what you get from people who do not support the show. They will do these kind of things so that you could read their comments and change the topic. See, every channel ain't about gender banging. So, that's a problem there too. We use other collateral matters not pertaining to what we're talking about in order to make the story about them.
Right. It's crazy. That don't make sense. But thank you for the $5. Y'all be like Shiesty Bum and donation only. Support the show, support straight out. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it feels personal, right? And it feels personal because people don't process the cases in isolation. They process them through the memory, through history, through other verdicts, and through funnels. You know what I'm saying? And so I just it's like it's mind-boggling to me how anybody could justify a person. Let's take gender out of it. Let's take race out of it. Let's take creed out of it. Let's take sexual orientation out. Let's take everything out of it. A person, a human being, running away with their back turned, running away, being gunned down a football field away from the daggone place where they allegedly stole a bottle of water.
For the record,
they did the same thing to the guy who didn't do anything. He was just walking, and the cops started bothering him in South Carolina. Remember? And then he called the police and said, "Hey, he got a gun," and he shot. He powed the guy, pew the guy, in the back, and it was a Mexican guy that hid in the woods like a slave, and was like, he saw it and it stunned him, but he took a video, but he didn't come back out with it until maybe some months later to say, "Hey, look, I got footage," and I would have probably, being who he is, I probably would have kept the footage, but moved out of town and then turned the footage in, because they could find those good old boys down there, man. They don't play fair. They part of the KKK.
Them 3Ks, I got you. Hey, shout out to my man JD 1975, sponsor the show. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate you, man. JD said, us black men supporting my man Izzy Bands. Thank you so much, man. He said, let me make sure I read it correctly. He said, us black men give what we can for Izzy Bands. Hey, thank you so much, man, bro. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Y'all be like JD 1975, man, and support the show, support the stream. I mean, help us reach our goal. Help us reach our goal today. Let me see if I got my JD mix on. Let me see if I got my JD mix on. Celebrate my brother real quick. You know what I'm saying? Sponsoring the show. I really appreciate you, JD 1975. Salute to you, my brother. Let's celebrate JD real quick, man. Y'all be like JD 1975 and help us reach our goal. Help us reach our goal today. If y'all want your own, let's get it.
Yeah. That be no fail. Yeah. Let me tell you about my brother. JD's the name. A1, day one, never plays no games. Found a member of the Four Brothers clique. One of a kind of solid man, made no mistake. Great father, loving husband, a son so wise. If you're around him long enough, it's no surprise. Intelligent and introspective, head in the game. But don't let that smooth jazz fool you, he's untamed. Raise your glass and toast. Cheers to our brother. JD 97, 5 eyes, an original, not like no other. A family man, a man's man, the next lady's man. My bro smoother than butter, he's the one with the plan. A beast like X-Men, don't learn the hard way, don't need to uncover. JD don't play, JD don't play, JD don't play. Smooth out and quiet, but beast mode inside. Calm demeanor, but don't test his pride. More like J.O. felony, you just a misdemeanor. Towering over haters, he's got that king demeanor. A God-fearing man with a vision so grand. Legacy building, yeah, it's his demand. Pretense ain't his game, he keeps it real. Never needs a mask to conceal how he feels. Raise your glass and toast, cheers to our brother. JD 97, 5 eyes, an original, not like no other. A family man, a man's man, the next lady's man. My bro smoother than butter, he's the one with the plan. A beast like X-Men, don't learn the hard way, don't need to uncover. JD don't play, JD don't play, JD don't play.
Shout out to my brother JD 1975. Thank you very much for sponsoring the show. I really appreciate you. JD don't play, man. JD don't play. JD don't play. Shout out to JD 1975. Y'all be like JD 1975 and support the show, support the stream. I mean,
I wanted to chime in on another point, and the other point is that when you find these type officers, even in a traffic stop, you know, if they see even a black man having a gun, you know, they're calling in, and that's just a dog whistle to say, I'm about to, you know, he's threatening, you know. You don't know if that man has a license for that gun or not. You know, and my thing is, this is what they think. They think that we're not supposed to have guns. You know,
but
and
at 14,
when
at
you
14, I don't think at 14, is there any way legally that you could own a firearm at 14?
no, I'm not saying that. I just want, of course, he should not be having a gun at that age. You know, the parents need to be held accountable for that. You know, but what I'm saying, just say it, for instance, if he was a adult, a fully grown adult, it doesn't matter, because the thing is, this man probably looked at him like he was probably in college. Oh, I thought he was 18, 19, 20, 21, because you know, even the boys are looking more growner today. You know, they're looking older than us.
Yeah. Did you see the actual store footage of what happened?
Yeah, I saw everything. You know, I'm nosy as hell, man. You know, so I saw it.
Yeah. So he was real respectful, and he wasn't even doing anything. Like they accused
and,
him. He didn't trip.
and my thing
He
is,
said, "No, I don't have a bottle of water." He shook his hoodie, and then he walked out and calmly, quietly. You know what I'm saying? And then they started chasing after him, and that's like crazy. But yo, regardless, how can you chase after somebody? Pop them in the back. You chase after them longer than a football field, 130 yards, way down the street. How can you pop them in the back and then still that's self-defense or that's standing your ground? That doesn't even make
I'm,
sense.
I'm gonna tell you, this man has gotten away with this several times, and the thing is, what he's thinking it is that, you know, the fact that you had the intent, and this is what Asian people have. This is the mindset they have. You intended to, so I'm still going to go after you to teach you a lesson, not to come back here. And that's what they do. You know, even if the person maybe put it in their pocket and put it down and just said, "Hey, this ain't worth it. Let me walk out." That should have been enough. That they had a conscience. But in this case, this boy did not, you know, take anything, you know, and because he saw them running after him, you know, it was just like, I can imagine in that moment, he probably felt just like Ahmaud Arbery, you know. Just imagine you just walking, running through a neighborhood, and you see some people running after you like that, you know, and they ain't even black at that, you know. It's just
No doubt.
crazy.
Hey, shout out to Andrew Teller. Thank you very much, brother. Here's a little something for the top. I appreciate you. Y'all be like Andrew Teller and support the show, support the stream. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man Keon in the building. Let me let Laura ADS go, and then Keon, you got the floor. Go ahead, brother. Laura ADS.
Thanks, man.
What say
I'm
you,
getting ready to
bro?
drop about 10 minutes for a meeting, but let me get this off and then I'll be back. Well, I'll try to be back after the meeting, depending on what's going on. But for one, you got two grown men chasing a boy, right? Outside of a store of a bottled water. Let's ask the next question up. What happens if you catch him, right? Were they gonna put a gun in his face, take the bottle of water back? Isn't that an assault charge too in that whole circumstance situation? You can't just beat somebody up for spilling bottled water. You know what I'm saying? Outside your store, right? It's off your property. That's a whole nother thing we ain't talking about. We say the boy had a 14, no, say the 14-year-old boy had a gun, right? I mean, you know what that message that sends to other 14-year-old boys out there who have guns?
To pop
Next time they
first.
come after you, start popping. You start dropping them because they're gonna drop you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, you got Philando Castro. You know what I'm saying? He had a license. They pulled him over in the car. Sandra Bland just happened to be in the house. You know what I'm saying? Wrong house on top of that. I mean, just the way they simply value us as human beings, they still view us as economic. They really do. They don't see you as human. They see you as an opportunity, a means to make money. And if you can't make them any money, then you have no value in their life, which is a wild concept, but honest to true, right? So thank you for having me up, Izzy. Let me see what's going on. I might be back. Thank you.
Salute, salute. Hey, shout out to KO Black. He says supporting the show and the topic. Appreciate you. Shout out to Lord ADS. Thank you. Yo, I appreciate that, man. Y'all be like my man KO Black and support the show. The store is not still open and running in South Carolina though. Hey, Keon, when you get a chance, come on back. Say, hey, Sugarfoot, what's going on? Cynical One is in the building. Good to see you. What's up, Fighter? Says Sandra case is eerie. Yo, okay, yeah, come on back when you can. But yeah, Coffee, man, it's crazy because it's a lot of wait for the facts conversations, right? And they somehow always end up with somebody's child gone and somebody else going home. And that's why I think it's bigger than Rick Child. You know what I'm saying? Because when it came to Carmelo, all these people had all where are all these people Kwafi that was saying Carmelo is a hoodlum, Carmelo is a thug, Carmelo is a this, is a that. Where are all these people talking about Rick Child in that way, bro? He's a murderer. He's a this. He's a that. Where are all these people talk? That same people that talked about. Where's these people that talk about Rick Child like in that way?
Well, the thing is, they're around, but they're not going to speak on him at all. And I've heard people say, well, the son shouldn't have been there. Where was his mother at 14? He shouldn't have been to the store. People send their kids to the store all the time, and
All the
kids walk
time.
home from school. Yeah, but it does make you think. If you had well, you have a son.
I do.
It makes you think
13
about your
years
own
old.
son.
Yeah.
Here he is. He just going to get a whatever it is he's going to get, some Takis or whatever the kids get today, and next thing he don't return home, or you getting a call because of mistaken identity or what they thought he was going to do. But then again, I think too, if you know your own child, he's not going to do a certain thing that's going to put him in a situation. And this is where we need to talk. Whether you're in the home with your son or not, you need to get your sons and talk to them about these things. Because trust me, even sometimes the mother don't even talk to them about these things. If you have sons, you need to talk to them about how to conduct themselves and also how to deal with the police and how to smell trouble. Smell if you're not wanted in a certain place. And even Lord ADS said something earlier, that we patronize their businesses. I did a whole documentary about this, to the point to where when I go into these people businesses, they tell me, don't come here. I don't want you here. You talk about Asian people. Yes, I did. Because we patronize y'all. We do a lot, and we can't even get a good thank you. You want us to hurry up and buy, and get out.
Yep.
You
Hurry
know.
up and buy. That's a fact. Yo, shout out to Living Humbly. Thank you so much, Living Humbly. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Shout out to my brother KO Black. I think I thanked KO. Thank you so much, KO. AOKO. Thank y'all so much. Y'all be like KO Black and Living Humbly and support the show, support the stream. Now, I mean, what's up, Keon? Welcome to the show. KO said they make all kinds of excuses for non-blacks. Yeah, they do. It's unfortunate. What's up, Gas Mask? Gas Mask in the building said we can't rely on hypotheticals off this. What up is? Yeah, we're not really talking about hypotheticals though. We're talking about a pattern and pattern recognition in America, man. That's what we're really talking about. A pattern and pattern recognition in America. Why is a child deleter getting off scot free? That's the question. Because he's black. Because the kid is black. Shout out to KO. Shout out to Coach at 3 and 3 the Great. Good to see you, bro. Back at your desk. Go ahead, Keon. What say you, bro?
Yeah, it's a damn shame. That's really my biggest point. You know, it's really a shame that for some reason it just seems like throughout all these cases, non-blacks always get the benefit of the doubt. You know, they always get the benefit of the doubt that for some reasons they was always in the right because they was the business owners or I don't get it. It's somehow they always get away with something a little piece of evidence. Always get them off scot free. Not get them off of first degree murder or first or second degree murder. No, just scot free. Like absolutely, just go home. Probation. You know, off of just un.
Yo, I can't hear you if you're talking. Is that me?
I think you went out. It may not be you.
Oh, is Keon? Keon went out. Okay, Keon,
Yeah,
come
it
back.
sounds like he was driving. It sounded like he was driving.
All right, yeah,
Yeah,
Keon.
but I get his point. I understand exactly where he's coming from. The thing is, we've been around, and the thing is, we've seen this stuff time and time again. We've seen this with how to they're not hiring the right officers to be officers as well. You have some of these guys who are friends with these officers. They probably play golf with them. They probably, hang out with them at the local downtown bars, and they probably giving them, a ticket to say, hey, yeah, hey, you should go ahead and, if they come up to you, I got you, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Go ahead,
Yeah, my
Keon.
bad. My bad, Izzy. Damn, sheriff department called me talking about some help the police. Man, anyway, but
Yo,
yeah, I was
that's
just
crazy. Right in the middle
yeah,
of this, huh?
that's great. But yeah, man, yeah, I was just saying it's just a shame, bro. It's a shame. Cause like we was analyzing it last night, right? And it's just to me, from what I'm seeing, it's just a simple fact that they found a gun, I guess, near the body makes the whole case becomes a quote unquote self defense case. A unanimous vote, brother. 12 people all voted that this child that was shot down for
In
a
the back.
bottled water
In the back.
in the back was somehow justified. It, it's a damn
Insanity.
shame, bro. It's a damn shame.
It's insanity, man. I ain't gonna lie. And that's why I say it's bigger than Rick Chow. It's bigger than Carmelo Anthony. Um, that's why this is bigger than legal definitions and the public, because the public ain't just watching the courtroom. It's not just watching the courtroom. They're watching a mirror. This is like a mirror of a cosmopolitan of American society. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, you know what I
crazy.
think they should do?
Corey,
You know what
come
I think
through.
they
He said, come through." Corey, you said we're missing it. Come through. You welcome to come through. What are we missing, brother? You're more than welcome to come through. Go ahead, fam.
you,
Go ahead.
you know what I'm thinking?
What's that?
Until they change up how they do some things, trust me, they're never gonna get they're never gonna get a mixture of different officers. And if they do get a mixture of different officers, they're gonna think more like them. And that the training is way off. And that's and even the internal part of all these agencies, far as office of professional standards, they are the problem in their training, and they're not hiring enough people who are military. They're not hiring. They're not hiring enough people who are potential police officers. There are black men who can go into the communities and reach these people better if they feel that they're just so bad. You get what I'm saying? Because when you get these officers who do not understand certain parts of the black community, uh, they're gonna be, gun ho. They're gonna be ready to, without even just saying, "Hey, here's my card. Let me shake your hand. I'll be patrolling your neighborhood." Blah blah blah. Now You lived in Atlanta too, so you know they when they go to when the officers go to Buckhead, they have a neighborhood watch, right?
Mhm.
And they have a group of they have a group of officers. They say, hey, treat these people delicate over here versus Bankhead. You know, Bankhead is a different, totally different thing than Buckhead. You know, but they put officers in the wrong places who don't understand, you know, the neighborhood and the people that live there, nor do they respect them.
Well, but this is the thing, though. This is a store owner, right? This was not about an officer. This is Rick Chow was a store owner, an Asian man, and that decided that had bloodthirst on his mind. He's a hooligan. He's a scoundrel. He's a what it was they call it? He's a hoodlum. He's a thug. He was
A
a thug with a
degenerate.
gun.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I get
saying?
that. I'm just saying that in the place of how he's made friends with these same kind of officers, and this is allowed the protection, you know, and that's just the
Apparently
way it
something,
is.
yeah, apparently something's happened. Apparently something's happened because he's been exonerated 3 different times. This is the first. Hey, yo, don't, hey, fighter, don't come in here with that bullshit. Don't come in here with that bullshit. I'm not playing. Don't come in here with that bullshit. Fuck you. What you talking about? Don't come in here with that. Don't come in here with that. Trying to do some virtual signaling. Ain't I'm talking about Rick Chow as a person. See, that's the crazy thing, right? You can say all kinds of crazy things about black people and nothing happen and nothing be a problem. But yo, you say something about this disgusting ass human being that did something against this young black boy, then we hate all Asians. Nah, F that. F that.
This is to get a reaction, Izzy. You know, I wouldn't even pay that no attention.
No, but
You
no,
know?
I'm not. But still, the taxpaying communities get more protection than those that don't pay their property tax. That makes sense. Today is not the day for that. It's not. It's not, and it's disgusting, man. That's what I'm saying. Like like Black lives matter, bro. Black, yo, stop playing, fighter, man. You playing? Stop playing, bro. Stop playing. A child was deleted in cold blood, and this man got exonerated and got found not guilty for deleting somebody in cold blood, popping this young kid in the back. That's not nothing to play about. I'm not playing.
You know what messed me up about this situation is the fact that this case has been quiet since 2022, 23, or
23,
whatever.
23. Yeah,
Yeah,
23.
23. And I'm gonna tell you, these people pay to keep the attention off of them. And the thing is, the longer it sets out of court and it's not a speedy trial, guess what? It goes away. So the attorney probably told him, look, keep a low profile. We'll work on this case. Give me $1 million, you know, or even less,
Good for
you
you,
know, and
fighter.
this is what they do.
Good for you.
To-
Good for you. I hope you have a safe trip, man. What are you telling me you be in North Carolina for? Good for you. I hope you have a safe trip. North Carolina is a big place. Shout out to you. Shout out to that. Um, yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. And man, this is sad. Where was the fake? I don't think. See, I think like my man said, like Kwafi said, I think that they kept it on the hush. They kept it quiet. This wasn't national news like that. No one. I ain't hear nobody talk about this. I ain't never know about this. I ain't never heard about that. So like people only could talk about what they hear about. KHK, BBC. Shout out to that, right? Right. How
and
the
it
F
dies down.
we just heard about this is that's what I said. I'm not, bro. Nah, I'm good. I don't like you that much to pull up on you. I don't like you enough to hang out with you. Shout out to you. I don't like you enough to hang out with you. Shout out to you though.
But you notice that they want the Carmelo Anthony trial to be like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
quick, just like that, you know. And I'm
Yeah.
quite sure that they've taken and they not make giving enough for the defense to come up with everything. They're trying to make sure, okay, well, if y'all not ready, we're gonna be ready and we're gonna run through this thing real quick. He's gonna have to do an appeal if he found guilty. You see what I'm saying? So I think that it still wasn't enough time. When did this happen with Carmelo Mello? Like a year ago, right?
A year ago, yeah, like April of 2025.
Okay, so this other situation with this Asian man, what that's like 5 years, 4 years,
3 years, 3 years
three
almost.
years. I mean, so why are they rushing? You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? They're gonna try to hide some things. They're gonna
But
try
they
to
had already
suppress some
set it out.
evidence.
They had already set it
Mhm.
out though. They had already stated that it would be a year from then. You know what I'm saying? But now, in all fairness, Case and Allison got basically 3 years to go to trial. Yeah, that's. I mean, maybe they'll continue it or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, Case and Allison got 3 years to go to trial. This guy got 3 years to go to trial, but he was in jail the whole time though. In fairness, too, uh, allegedly the judge said that he wasn't fit to sit in the streets, and they locked him up. So
Wow.
shout out to my guy JD. He said, "I'm in the clouds, bro. Got to get to the money. Just letting you know. Hey, man, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much, JD 1975. Hey, listen, fighter. Scared of what? Why would I be scared to hang out with you? But I'm not even in North Carolina. What you talking about, bro? I don't like you enough to hang out with you. So there's nothing to be scared about. I like you, but I don't like you enough to hang out with you. You too young. You too reckless, and you don't got a tooth. So I can't. Why you make me Jones on you, man? Why you make me Jones on you? Hey, I'm Vixen forever. It's giving obsessed. Leave Izzy alone. Facts. Leave Izzy alone. Hashtag leave Izzy alone. Shout out to a Vixen forever. Good to see you, my sis. Oh, he requested a speedy trial. Okay. Fighter quick to fight a black man, but on here gargling. Oh, Fighter don't want to fight me. Fighter don't want to fight me. They don't want to fight me. That's crazy. Fighter does not want to fight me. That's
You get into it with the young niggas a lot.
who me.
So like, yeah, well, not really. You get into it with them, but like
They
in the
think I'm
past
their
situations
age.
when the other dude say he was gonna meet up with you and slap you. I mean, that was just crazy to me. Words,
Yeah,
boy. I mean, everybody got
he's not
opinions.
that young though. Yeah, he's not that
Oh,
young though. But
oh,
yeah, he
okay,
wasn't.
okay.
He's not that young. But yeah, that was that we squashed that. Shout out to him.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
it's
cool.
all
I'm
good.
glad.
He's not gonna be able to derail the show. TB trucking. He's not gonna be able to derail the show. And y'all know what to do. If y'all tired of him, go ahead and put that $10 on his head at least. And if y'all really want to, put $50 on his head. Hey, Rick Cho might apply the karate chop to him. Y'all crazy for that. Y'all crazy. Keon, what say you, man? Like what you think as a younger brother, as a younger brother, what do you think about that, man? What do you think like we should do? What are you hearing about your constituents, your family? What you think we should do, man? You there, Keon? Okay. Well, when you come back, you mute it. You mute it if you're talking. You mute it if you're talking. But when you come back, I'm curious to think. I'm curious to hear like what the younger. Hey, yo, anybody younger that's serious. What do y'all think we should do? I'm not saying I agree or disagree. That's your thoughts and feelings alone. But I'm just curious because yesterday a young man came up here and he said that we as Gen Xers we weren't really doing what we were supposed to do. So that would indicate AR. If you listen, I would love to hear what you guys say. But that would indicate that y'all are here and y'all know better. So I'm curious to what you think, how we should handle this, what we should do, how we could push this legislation that y'all keep talking about, how we could push these laws that y'all keep talking about. How can we do that? Kwafi, you got ideas of like what we could do to make this better?
For one, if you're a person that has been many places outside of just your town, these little towns,
Mhm.
encourage people to get the laws changed, and encourage people to understand that
How do they get the laws
yeah,
changed? Let's talk
yeah,
about that.
how to get the laws changed, and also
who they vote in locally is what the deal is. It's not just the president, and that's the problem that we have, especially as black folks. We go straight to just a president, and it doesn't matter. And even these clowns that be doing all kind of crazy stuff, they putting their faith in only a president, and that's the issue, all the way down to and for us, man, it's so sad because a lot of the black men, they're online, they're saying things like they're more worried about getting getting the 19th repealed so that black women can't work again, so that they won't be in office, so they won't do this, they won't do that. Brother, we got to get ourselves together first before even thinking about a woman and what she's doing. She's gonna do what she do. You know, they already looking at us like we're at the bottom. But really, there are a lot of us that are successful, educated. We've had a great run with life. You know, so when I look at this, even the situation here with the young boy, I'm just thinking that it's the parenting too. You have to be able to keep your kids near you so that you can see what's going on with them. You can't just let them just go out there like that. Even at 14, 15, I couldn't do all this at 15. And I still, even though I worked a job and was responsible at
Really?
15. Yeah.
Shoot, I was doing much more, much earlier. I'm
I
serious. I
mean,
was I was going, washing my whole family's clothes at 11 years old, and I was, to go back and forth to school. So I was in McDonald's, I was in the corner stores. I was the one mainly going to the store for my family. Yo, shout out to my man Living Humbly. Appreciate you, family. Yo, also someone else came in. What's up, Will in the Wind? What's going on, bro? Living Humbly, thank you for the 4.99. He said, "What exactly can you do about an innocent boy getting popped in his back? You can't change a racist mind. That's true. But the thing is, you can make it so that the consequences are so stiff and so severe that it would deter the average person from wanting to do something in that capacity. They would think three, four, five times before they even did something like that, which is the reason why a lot of times people don't exact these things against the small hats. A lot of times people don't exact these things against Asian people because of the legislation, the things that's in place that would deter them from that action. What's up, Nigel? What's going on? Go ahead, fam. What's that?
well, I'll just say this: money wins out every time, and I'm quite sure that this Asian man has put a lot of money probably into his community, probably the wrong kind of community, but he's kissed a lot of butt. You find that same thing even out here in the Bay Area, where the Asian people, they regulate their town. They regulate Japantown, they regulate Chinatown, Koreatown, and the Filipinos are at the bottom. They're just like black people, and they look at them like they're nothing. So, and the Tongans and Samoans. So even got Asian people that don't like each other. So it's more of a classism thing out here, and it's a quiet racism. You know, uh, and how they got that bill passed was because they put all the economical dollars together. They came together even though they didn't like each other, and they got that bill passed. And the white supremacists told them, just say that black people beat you up.
Hmm.
And when really we know it was a few white racist folks that were beating these Asian people up. I'm talking about the elderly people. In one case they caught on camera where a black teenager, I think about 14, another one that was white, he was 13, another one that was 16, that was Latino, that I think beat up an Asian person. That was about it. But now the whole black people, this is what we don't understand. It all circles back to us. No matter what they tried to, they tried to say that black people were the cause of Charlie Kirk, and we know that was not true. They tried to say that we uh, it's just so many cases, man. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put them all in one on a video and just talk about them. You know, because it circles back to us no matter what we do. Even the Asian Crips out here in you know Sacramento in Elk Grove. Trust me, and told one of the black brothers, I said, let me tell you something, man. You hanging out with them, guess what? When it all falls down, guess what? They're gonna blame you for it. They can go back to Elk Grove in their nice homes while you live on Florin Road in Sacramento in the hood. You know what I'm saying? All
Mm.
because you're looking to be a part of something. So
It
it
was
all circles back to us.
no doubt. What's up, Lighthouse? Lighthouse said just a quick hello, Izzy. Pray all is well. Pray all is well with you too. Thank you. Hey, listen, man, it's wild, right? It's wild because man, it's I,
Let me ask you a question though. Do you think that we have a choice? We Well, people in those little towns like that, do they have a choice to go to nothing but non-black businesses, you know, to patronize those businesses? Because, you know, even for the black people that do own businesses, they say, oh, I don't want to go to those businesses because they're jacking the prices up.
well, I mean, I can't say, man. Like, it's not a lot of like when Killer Mike did that documentary. It's not a lot of so-called all black businesses anymore, right? But there are black businesses. You gotta look for them, and yeah, you might have to pay a little bit more, right? But we pay a little bit more for Louis Vuitton. We pay a little bit more for Gucci. We pay a little bit more for Fendi. We pay a little bit more for Polo. We pay a little bit more for Tom Ford. We pay a little bit more for Rolex, and we pay a little bit more for APs, right? We pay for what we want, right? And unfortunately, there is a black tax that seems to go to goods and services that seem to, you know what I mean, that it costs us more to get the goods and services, and therefore we have to sell it for a little bit higher to make some money. But at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is we should spend with ourselves. We should spend with each other, and we should stop spending with these other people because they don't respect us, they don't like us, and they feel like we're worthless unless we are giving them our money. So, as something has got to give, right? Something's got to give. But when you say, you were saying about spending power, yo, black Americans have a $3 trillion spending power in America. So there's no way that we could tell us or someone could tell us that we don't have the money. We have the money. We are some of the biggest consumers in America. So we have the money. It's about putting our money, pulling our money together, putting our money towards a common goal, and making sure that we protect ourselves and protect our people and protect our own interest. That's what it's about.
And
This
you
is
know,
when you
and I,
when you support us, when you support these channels, this is supporting black business, right? But people would tell you, no, don't do that. Don't support this person. Don't give this person. Nah, you want to get, you know what I'm saying? So this is one of the black businesses. We could start here and then go to the grocery store, open up grocery stores, whatever the case may be. Open up little corner stores, little restaurants, whatever the case may be. We could do that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Smitty said, why we being too formal? Smitty crazy.
I'm just saying, what's
Anyway,
up? You got
yeah,
you got the daggone name in the avatar. I won't call you what you want to be called. Go ahead, go ahead, Quack.
yeah, but I just look at it this way, you know, because when I thought that Southern Asian businesses were a little bit better than the ones out here, because it gives you absolutely no respect out here. They look
Mm,
at you like, why are you here? You
mm.
know, for real. They can care less about your money. They got money out here. Uh,
So they
and the
don't
food
even
is
want you.
good.
They don't even want you to come in their establishments. In other words.
When you come in, Izzy,
Hmm.
they say, "Do you want checkout? Do you want takeout?" Instead of, "Can I be seated?"
Wow.
Real talk, yes, and that's even in Chinatown. That's even at one of the restaurants I thought that were pretty cool. And if you're a
Mhm.
black person, you call in, you say, "Hey, I want this and that." They rather get your order wrong than to listen to you because they don't want to spend at least not even a good minute to take your order on the phone. And then when you get there and you say, hey, you did this wrong, they upset.
Wow.
So you find that they really don't want you there, even, and they know that the food is good and they know they're going to get business. So they really don't give a damn about your black dollar. And that's
Damn.
just point blank, period. And
So are y'all still clamoring to give them the black dollar even though they don't want your black dollar?
no, but when you find a person like me and they know who I am, they don't do that shit with me. But I tell you, one of the business owners that I do go to, and I'll be interviewing him. He was on Food Network. He's really good, and he's done a lot for the black community, an Asian man.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? He's not from out here. He's from Atlanta and Savannah. And he said, I understand where you were coming from on that documentary. And he when I come in, this man gives me free food. You know, when they see me, is I'm just being honest. They don't. They be like, oh no, he's a problem.
Yeah, because you blew up off calling them out. I get you. You blew off calling them out. You got famous among the Asians. They put the word out on your ass. Hey, Ronnie said, absolutely we are. So Ronnie says they still are patronizing these businesses. And see, this is the thing. It's not enough. Yo, it's not enough. Why vandalize the business? Yo, if y'all are not taking y'all ass there and y'all not spending no money there, guess what? They can't stay there. If nobody don't go there, if nobody don't spend no money there, they can't stay there. Period.
Well, now the trend here, even in Oakland, is to put "We support Black people" in their window,
Mm-hmm.
or "We support Black lives" or something like that, so that people won't, vandalize their stores or anything like that. But the thing is, some of these businesses have been there for a while, and they know how to treat the Black people there. So, due to me coming out with that documentary, guess what? They did start to hire more Black women inside of those beauty supply places, because who's better to tell you about your hair other than Black people? You selling the product, you don't know about the product. You want them to hurry up and buy and get out, and you're watching them. Guess what? Now they got sisters in there holding it down in those stores, and they protecting. They become allies with these people because of that.
You hurry up and buy. JG Man, what's up, family? He said, hold up. How can they not want you there when they're in y'all's hood? That's a great question.
Well, I can answer that. They don't want you there in their store too long. They want you to hurry up and get out. And that's just the way it is. But
Yeah,
if you're in Chinatown, they own all of that. So in Chinatown, they own that. So it's like they got a whole council. The government has put a council there for them. That is the hub for Asian people. That when you go there, it looks like a whole different country.
Hey, JJ Man said, I've never patronized those businesses. Me neither. I don't give a damn what color you are. If you act like you're not gonna give me proper service, if you act like you're doing me a favor by me shopping with you, I'm like F you for real, and I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I don't have there's too many places in America that you can spend your money with to have to deal with disrespectful service like that. You know what I'm saying? It's too many places in America that have to deal with that. So, hey, listen, young men, if someone's accusing you of something, and you know what I'm saying, whatever, you might have to stand there and just, you know what I'm saying, and calmly show, hey, look, you want to look, let me let you see. Hey, look, I'm pulling on my shirt. I don't have any water. Let me open up my bag. I don't have any water, bro. I did not take any water. You're mistaken. Unfortunately,
you know what?
it's like number one, you shouldn't shop with them, right? If they're acting like that. But if they approach you like that, unfortunately, it's like being a driver. You gotta drive for them and for you. So you gotta live for them and for you. You gotta protect yourself against their ignorance. You gotta sit there and you gotta sometimes you gotta be my man. Let me just say real quick, Coffee. My man told me a story. He was like, yo, my homie, one of my homies, big Chicago gangster, whatever the case may be. I got a few people that live in Chicago. Shout out to Chicago. And he was telling me about this old school gangster. And this old school gangster thorough did big prison bid, whatever. So the old school gangster was coming down the the alleyway, and another dude, a young YN, was coming down the alleyway this way. So there wasn't enough room really, but there wasn't really enough room unless one of them moved over. So the young dude was not going to move over. So they both got out their car, and the young dude drew down on him. He like, yo, you ready to die today? And the old school dude like, yo, like, nah, brother. I thought that because I was older that you would let me pass by. He's like, nah, F that. F that. You ready to die today? So the old school dude, who was a gangster, had to really be humble and really be cool and just play it cool. It was like, no, brother, you got it. It's I know I got it. I know I got it. Now what you gonna do about it? And he was like, no, brother. Listen, I'll move totally out your way. You got it. You got it. And this is a gangster, old school gangster. But the old school gangster told my partner, he like, listen, man, yo, these people would delete you over nothing. So sometimes you gotta think for them and for you. It may save your life to be humble in the moment and to just you know what I'm saying, do what you got. He already was drawn down on me. What can I do? There was nothing. I was at a disadvantage. He had already drew down on me before I even could do anything.
And you
So
know what? That's a part of growing. And I will say that for the younger men, and I'm talking 19 through 25. I ain't talking about no niggas at 30 and 35. You know, they ain't no far from us. I'm talking about them. Those younger guys, maybe give it to 30, you know, they have been in those type situations where, you know, they get on even on YouTube, they'll say, oh, you older blacks, y'all not emotionally intelligent. But guess what? That's a part of them not being emotionally intelligent, because I've seen it. I mean, I have friends that are real young, you know, and well, I had friends that was really, you know, but hanging out with them, man, you can't have a conversation. I was talking about the renting process of renting an apartment versus renting a home and buying a home. And while in that conversation, you know, he thought I was trying to son him. And he said, so what you saying, man? You said I don't know nothing about buying a house? You know, like, it could be any little small argument that could send you over the top. So I get it.
Yeah, no doubt. Shout out to Big Ruck 77. What's up, man? Long time no see. Good to see you, Big Ruck 77. How you doing, fam? Yo, make sure y'all hit the like button. Likes are absolutely free. But if y'all be so kind, if y'all feel so inclined, we got about like 49 minutes. I'll give y'all 49 minutes. We need 10 people at least $5 a piece in 49 minutes. All right. That's plenty of time. 10 people at least $5 a piece in 49 minutes. Y'all support the show, support the stream. I mean, help us reach our goal. Help us reach our goal today, man. Yeah,
they look. No, that's not. Oh, my bad. You mind if I say something to Mr. Center of the world from the chat? No, sir. This trust me. When I bring stories up and they are facts, they're real stories. I'm a storyteller. You know, I don't do anything that just get up on a panel and just say stuff. That's not me. But this is a real friend that I had to cut off 30 years old because of his mindset. You know, he's the type that if he get angry, he get upset, he want to pull out a pistol. So yeah, I ain't got time for that. I've lived this long on earth to be getting into an argument with somebody I'm supposed to be a friend and care about, and you get out of pocket with me and disrespectful. I'm not talking to you no more. And that's just it. I can humble myself down from that because I know how I used to be, but not on that level to where words bothered me. You get what I'm saying? And I'm going in to get my piece, because if I'm going to go get it, I'm going to use it.
You have to use it. Hey, shout out to Ignorant TV. What's up, Ignorant? Yeah, if you get it, you got to use it. That's the bottom line. Shout out to our sister, CJ Brooks. Thank you so much, CJ Brooks. She said, it's real evil out here nowadays. There's no justification for that 14-year-old to no longer be with us. That's 100% facts. I appreciate you, sister. Y'all be like our sister, CJ Brooks, to support the show, support the stream. You know what I mean? Thank you.
Hope you don't mind if I say this out loud. How wonderful life is, 'cause you're in the world.
I love you. 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 Izzy has a friend like that. Yo, come on, man. We supposed to be serious today. Come on, yo. He ain't pull no blicky out on me for nothing. Shout out to that. Don't do that, TV Truck. Send me some bread, TV Trucking, for that one. You trying to get me in trouble? My man JJ May said, "I hate the phrase emotional intelligence. I think it's cap." LOL. Salute to that. Yeah, that's hilarious,
It is
boy.
a
You crazy.
it is a such thing as emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody should ever get you that far out of your character to where you're upset. And these are people that don't pay your bills. They're not in your home with you. They're not hanging out with you and your family. They don't contribute to helping you with your son or daughter.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, but let's be clear, right? You can't build justice off rage alone. You can't build justice off rage alone. You cannot ignore facts because the pattern feels familiar, right? Because I was talking about pattern recognition earlier, and how we recognize the pattern of us continuing to be deleted, nothing happens, and how if we do the slightest thing, we're blanked to and charged to the maximum of the law, right? But you also can't keep telling people to ignore patterns just because each case has different facts, because that's how people get gaslit. Let's just be honest. It's like America lives to gaslight black people. They'll say, "Don't compare the cases," but then they compare the sympathy. they'll compare the language. They compare the headlines. They compare the mugshots. They compare the family interviews. They compare the bell conversations, right? They compare who gets called a kid and who gets called a threat. That's the real trigger, because they sit there and they have all these rules for thee and not for me, right? They have all these rules for thee and not for me, right? Not just what happened, but how society talks about what happened. So the question ain't just what happened in court. The question is, why does one courtroom decision feel like a verdict on everybody? Why does one person getting away feel like they got away with murder? And it could be me, it could be you, it could be my child, it could be your child, it could be any one of us at any given time, just because of the color of our skin. Because when people feel like the system doesn't see them as fully human, every case becomes bigger than itself. Every verdict becomes a message. Every penalty becomes a warning. Every headline becomes a reminder. And
There are a
that's
lot of laws that cover lies that cover laws, and laws that cover lies.
hmm.
And in some cases they work for certain things, certain situations. In some cases they don't. Upon reasonable doubt, it could be a glitch in the system, it could be a technicality, anything. You know, to
CJ
be the
Bush.
judge.
Yeah, CJ Bush said, I heard there's black people in that jury. I don't know about that. I was curious about that. That's crazy. But we all know all skin folk ain't kinfolk. We got some of them people on YouTube that would sit there, you know what I mean? Crucify him. We got some people on YouTube that, hey, listen,
She's right about that though.
you
There
would
were
not.
five.
Okay, there were 5 black folks on the jury.
Yeah, and I think they
That's crazy.
swayed them into thinking a certain way, and I think that they should change the way they pick their jurors, and I don't think they should just be in their little town. They need to pick them from all over the United States and bring them in cases like this.
Yo, JJ Bay said they had enigmas in that jury. LOL. That's not funny, bro. That's not funny. What's up, Chicago Rilla? What's going on? Welcome to the conversation. Good to see you, homie.
Nah, man, I appreciate. I couldn't see. I'm driving. And I ain't looking at my phone. Trying to see if that was my brother Coffee up there, man.
Yeah, it
Yes,
is.
But
indeed, bro. How you?
oh, okay. My ears didn't deceive me. My brother. I know when he pull up, it's gonna be some edification for sure. So I just want to tell you, brother, man. Hey, I appreciate you, my G. I know in your monologue you were responding to the chat about it's not laughy, jokey. We Gen X kids, man. So we just seen this, from the Rodney King to the Latasha Harlins to, you know, the Tamir Rice, you know, all of the, we've seen this, bro. And ultimately, until we band together, until we take, because listen, we playing on their turf, Coffee, to be honest. And I don't like the diaspora wars. I don't like this whole tether talk and this, that, and the third, right? Because my argument has been, from a strategic standpoint, them people, when you say pink people, white people, whatever, da 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 da, right? Understand that literally used to be just, you know, European.
Anglo-Saxons, right?
Anglo-Saxon, right? And so, but what did they do is, and I know this specifically in Chicago, they grafted in the Irish, the Italian, the Polish, specifically in Chicago and Boston, right? And so now you have what is it, Hispanic white or non-Hispanic white and all that other stuff. And so my point is, we don't have to agree. We just need to coalesce around the things that we can agree on and move the agenda that benefits us. You were asking earlier is about, you know, solutions and how do we move and how do we go. And you were even speaking to somebody that responded about voting or something like that, and you 1000% right. Voting is a piece of the puzzle, fam. But if you don't have no actual power, if you don't have no actual money collectively that says you must do this or else, I told somebody a minute ago, man, them white folk, man, they done being sympathetic or empathetic and listen to black folk cry about and whine about this, that, and the third, man. You're gonna have to move with a demonstration of strength. And you can't do that if you keep letting these people divide us up, man. I'm on mute.
No, that's actually
They haven't
factual.
even done it. Oh, I'm
What?
sorry. Go ahead.
Give me a second. Hey, Chalk was like advice to not let kids go to the store alone. No pushback. Well, that's not true. I don't have to like be combative about it. That's Kwafi's opinion. I did give an alternative to that. I did even give my own anecdotal experience and say, listen, I've been going to the store and doing things for my family since I was 11 years old. So I don't think it's realistic to say a 14-year-old can't go to the store. And I'm not like my man Jay Jermaine. Jay Jermaine is my man 100,000 grand. I absolutely completely disagree with his take and what he's saying right now, but I don't have to be combative. I respect these brothers. I don't have to be combative or disrespect them or be crazy with them because they have a difference of opinion. I stated my opinion that was different than Kwafi's, and I absolutely have an absolute different opinion on this than my man Jay Jermaine. I can't believe he's coming at it like that, you know, because it could be one of our kids. I don't. There was nothing that I saw that young man did that would have warranted him losing his life. I seen the video. I got the video. I didn't see anything on them people's camera. Even when they asked the investigator on the stand, there was nothing that indicated that that young man did anything that would have warranted him losing his life. Nothing. So I can't agree with that stance. And I did give Kwafi pushback, but I'm not going to disrespect Kwafi because he has a difference of opinion. He's entitled to his opinion. Good,
And
Kwafi.
you know,
What was it about this? What was it about the store situation?
Yeah,
Not letting your
when you
child.
said
I
when
only
you said
spoke
not,
on me. I only spoke on me.
that's
We
how I
weren't
took it.
allowed. Yeah, I can't tell nobody what else to do.
Right.
My thing is, my dad and my mom and my dad was on us, so we just couldn't do. It was just certain things we could not do. You know, we just
she was
couldn't
in the
do them.
South then, though, Coffee, right?
New York and the South,
Okay. So, like,
just
for
certain
me,
things.
growing up in the city, my grandma used to send me to Sunshine all the time. You send me around the
Sunshine,
corner. That was the name of the
whirlpool.
store.
Look, whirlpool.
That was the name of the store, and it was some, you know, Arabs that ran the store. Shout out to Sam and them. But you know, she sent me with a note for her pack of Viceroys and her Pepsi Cola, and then she might get some neck bones or whatever. And you know what's crazy in the era I grew up, you know, your peoples would send you with a note. And if you didn't have it all, you know, they okay, bring it back or whatever. Woo, so much so that, you know, when my granddad transitioned, they chipped in,
God rest
you
his soul.
know? Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
it
but
wasn't uncommon for us to be sent to the store to get a pack of cigarettes for our
That's a
elders.
fact. Or
yeah,
to get
Yeah.
everything.
but one of those points have already been made about the about the store situation. I mean, it was just what it was for me. If I had a child today, I probably would not be that extreme. But at the same time, you got to know at all times. Even put your kids' phones on location. That's important.
Oh yeah,
Now,
definitely.
I also wanted to address the Tether situation. When I said that, I don't believe that. I believe that people are able to, group in and agree with certain things, even the same melanated skin type people. You know what I'm saying? Even though we come from different cultures, different things. I mean, different places, and have different mindsets. But I think that we all agree that when you're stopped late at night somewhere in Smyrna, somewhere in Marietta, somewhere in Kennesaw, and it may even down towards going toward Macon by the state troopers, guess what? They're gonna see you as what? They're going to see you as what? So we can agree on that. But then again, you have those that are probably just straight up city that says, "Oh, I'm not like those people over there. Not me." You find those type of people on the job, and they would do it in front of white racist folks. And that's the problem that I have. That's when I say tethering. You're black until it's convenient. So that's when I say that, and I also say tethering when you have people who run panels that don't understand certain situations, but they're speaking on them. We don't need people to tell us in America who are here to work and make their lives better what we deserve. And if you don't agree, keep your mouth closed. Let us handle that situation. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Kwafi, for the record, I didn't hear. I just pulled up because I just jumped back in my car and I was coming from Lowe's. I didn't hear you say anything about tethering. My response was actually just into Izzy's dialogue earlier because there was a number of things he was addressing, and one of the things that alarms me in this space is that when we're talking about advocating for our cause, there's strength in numbers. And so I don't see the
agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, I just don't see the benefit in separating myself from somebody that looks like me, even if I don't agree with them per se. But again, the way I grew up is the way I grew up. And I understand that most New York people, it was a caste or class system more than it was about racial identity, right? So like when I talk to New York people, the people that was poor, y'all all was around each other.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
No matter what.
No matter what color. And that's
Right.
what I
Right.
experienced in Detroit.
Right.
It was like the people that was working class, you didn't see the stratification or the separation until you got to money. That's when you saw people separating by racial identity. But I didn't hear you say anything, so I wasn't responding to you.
Oh no,
I was
not at all. I
responding to
just
Izzy's
thought
monologue. Yeah.
No, but
no.
then whereas Chicago is highly segregated, so I could see how
Yes.
y'all could, Chicago is one of the
Yes,
most
sir.
segregated. Well, most people don't know if
Yes.
they know about Chicago is one of the most segregated cities in America. You know what I'm saying? As far as according to race, you got your
No, to this
Hispanic
day.
here.
That's correct.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yes.
got your white people here. You got your black people there, and they really, don't really intermingle that much. But yeah.
That is
So
correct.
Let me tell you something. It's divided deeper than that in so many different communities, and that's just it. And that's just all over the United States. Some people going to equate to just strictly white. Some people going to equate to strictly black, and uh, people that look like us will probably go more on our side. Then you got those that will go more on our side according to when it's convenient. And it's sometimes, the person is stuck in the middle that have biracial children, and ain't nothing wrong with that either. But I feel that if you are the father, it's your job to be able to see something about yourself that's good in those children, to where you teach them something about you, and not only bound them over to only one side of things and one side of life. Because guess what? Somebody, if you don't tell them, somebody else is going to tell them, and they're not gonna like what they're going to hear. That starts at home at the dinner table.
Hey, JJ Man said bullshit. It's everywhere, fam. It is everywhere, fam. But Chicago,
No,
Chicago. Hold on,
yeah, if
real
you
quick.
ain't been to
Give
the
me a
crib.
second.
Go ahead.
Chicago,
My bad. My
Chicago,
bad.
Chicago is a special kind of segregation. Even me, like I lived in Chicago when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, Illinois when I was younger, but I was too young to remember. But when I went back and I stayed there for a little while, and you know, because I got homies that stay up there, and I was up there like that, yo, it is definitely a different type of place. I'm telling you, yo, Jay Jermaine, in Brooklyn, what Chicago Rilla said is real. We didn't have no, you know, Jamaican, you know what I'm saying? As long as you was cool, yeah, if you was Dominican, if you was Puerto Rican, if you was Jamaican, if you was African, from whatever country in Africa, if you was however, and you was cool and you lived in the hood, we all considered you, you was just part of our hood. We didn't separate you like that. But Chicago, it ain't like that. I'm telling you, it ain't like that. I've lived up there for a little while in recent years. It ain't like that. It ain't like that.
And you know what bugged me out so bad right now about the Latinos in New York? This is a thing now recently where they become more like that due to online presence and
Yeah.
jumping in on this, you know, Trump train and all that kind of stuff. And then the hip hop with Fat Joe and all that kind of stuff, you know, all that just started,
Just
you know,
started. It wasn't like that.
you know what I'm saying? That just started right now, right here and right now online. But you do have those that will again go to only the white side of things and thinking that you know, being white ain't chalked up on a chalkboard to be what you think it is. I got plenty of white friends, rich, and guess what? They still got problems.
Oh, absolutely. Yo, go ahead, Rilla.
Degeneracy going on.
I'm sorry, Rilla was trying to get in there. I was, you know, go ahead, Rilla. What were you saying, bro?
Only going no, I don't want to belabor the point. I mean, if you never been here and never lived here, then it wouldn't make sense. Like if I say Bridgeport up until the 2010s, it's still sundown.
That's right.
Pulaski too, right?
Really, you cut
or
out.
have retired, right? Still sundown. There's still certain places in Chicago where you would not be seen. Right. And so I get what Jay Jermaine saying. Yeah, there are places where in the country where it's segregated, and it ain't nothing for me to brag on. It's just like Chicago, just different in that regard, man. Just is what it is.
Let me say this, real. When I was in Chicago and I stopped through Pulaski, they told me at 6 o'clock, "Hey, you don't need to be here."
Yeah,
I got my ass up out of there.
Yeah, Pulaski, Cicero, Kedzie. Yeah, and depending on what side of town you're, all of that, right? And so, but here's the other thing, because I heard your pain earlier, is what you were saying. You know, you were holding back tears now because I'm doing my yard work now. I'm listening to you. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But it is type of mood. But it's like, you know, what do we do because we seen this time and again, fam? Like, you know, for us to make it to 21 was a blessing. Yep. And it's different when you got to look out for your own people, but then look behind you at the hands of somebody else trying to take you out. Yeah. Like you said, that young man was shot in the back, fam. And listen, again, the fact that we could count out countless stories, but other ethnic groups can't do the same.
No doubt. That's a fact.
What touched me was
if they did, it would be so bad. It was so bad. Go ahead, Kwafi.
What touched me was earlier is when you were saying how the boy was running for his life, and that's what made me think about even Ahmaud Arbery. You know, that's hunting somebody down.
Big facts.
Yeah.
But Kwafi, the fact that, because I was trying to make sure I knew my math, is when you said they ran the length of a football, do y'all know how
130 yards, bro? 130 yards. They were so far away from that damn gas station, it didn't make no sense.
I just wanted to do the people know. Because you were saying it to us in the chat, and it's like, do y'all really know what the length of, that's like me running the length of Soldier Field. Right? Or what is it? Giant Stadium. I don't know what y'all have up there in New York, man.
And he did that because he knew that he could get away with it. He knew that he could get away with it. And that's why I told Izzy, I said, the thing was, he wasn't going after the boy because the boy maybe stole a bottle of water. He felt like it was the intent. This man is a gangster. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way he looked. Like, hey, look, if you're in China, we'll cut your hands off for trying to steal. So that's the mindset that they have. Even though you decided you're gonna put it back, we're gonna go after you. But I think this man was just straight up racist. I'm just
Yeah,
being
well,
honest.
he never even attempted to steal. He picked up the waters, and then she was standing over his back, and then he put the waters back, and then he looked around, but then she was following him, and then he was like, "Yo, you know what? I'm just gonna leave." It seemed like Andrew tells like over here in south of England, it's English whites, Eastern European whites, Middle Eastern, Indian, Asians, Caribbean, African blacks. Okay, shout out to my people's Lord ADS. Lord ADS said it just shows how black folks don't even truly value black folks. Hashtag
Mhm.
get along gang. Hashtag get along bang till it's one of them. Shout out to that. Kojak 3 and 3 the Great said, and the racists here in Metro Detroit, they don't hide their racism. Please believe. He said the suburb I live in was notorious for skin people till about 15 years ago. Wow.
Mm.
Big Ruck 77 said black people who are not FBA tend to side with FBA in most cases and only want to be referred to as black when something bad happens to them. Otherwise, they identify with their lineage. That makes
You know
that
what?
does happen. Give me one quick second. I apologize. Give me one second. Livonia, a suburb just outside of Detroit, is still a sunset town. That's like
I can believe
running
that.
on Ford Field, which I've done. Shout out to that. Hey, make sure y'all support the show. We got about 25 more minutes. If y'all don't support the show, we do need nine more people, these $5 a piece to reach our goal. Help us reach our goal today. Go ahead, Qual.
Yeah, that is true. What Emperor Kojak said, you know, or whoever said that. That again, you know, until it happens to them, now it's we're all together, you know, and we saw this. I think maybe a few years back where the police had done something to a guy who was straight up just Nigerian, and still the black people of the United States still went out and marched for that African person. You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I think we would do that for anybody, you know, especially if you're down for us. Now out here doing Asian hate, you know, the Stop Asian Hate movement, they kept quiet and was siding with white supremacists when George Floyd died. Out here now,
Mhm.
a lot of people lost friendships that they grew up with Asian people. I'm talking about have sat at each other tables and ate. I'm talking about from 3 years old all the way up through high school and still remain friends during college. You know, the hood is of the hood Asians that, you know, as they would say, act black, look black. They sided with the white folks, you know, on, you know, saying, you know, all lives matter, you know, that type of thing. But
Well,
soon as they start to get beat, guess what? Now it's black and Asians together united. And I still went out there and marched with them, Izzy. And I'm talking about they were called Asians with an Attitude. Look it up.
that's
You
crazy.
may see me on some videos.
You crazy for doing it. But like I say, you crazy for doing it. But yo, you know it's crazy. I knew early though. When I was in high school, I had a good friend Yoon. Shout out to Yoon. A very beautiful Korean young lady. And we were just cool. We were really good friends. And I dated one of her friends who happened to be an Egyptian girl, very fine. She was very, very fine. And you know what I'm saying? So it would be me, her, and her Egyptian friend that went to a different school. Yoon and I went to the same school, and then my homie Corey, who went to the same. He like kind of looked like Corey Love, but anyway. But my homie Corey. But see, Corey was light. He looked like Corey Love, light skin, um, and um, and had a very came from a very affluent family, whatever the case may be. Me with my little darker skin, a little hood boy, whatever the case may be. And Yoon used to joke. She's like, because her and I were very, very smart. She's like, yo, you are so smart. You're so this, you're so that. She said, but I could never bring you home. She said, she used to joke. She said, we should switch. She said, but I can't bring you home. Like, yo, I can't bring you home because my parents would never accept you. She was like, yo. So I knew like early how that was and how even if the kids are cool or even if the kids intermingle with us, how racist a lot of times their parents are, and it's because of the indoctrination of the stereotypes and the prejudice and the bigotry and the bias against black people without even getting to know them. You know what I'm saying? But
And
when
love
she
you? Do you think she loved you?
no, I think we was just cool. I don't think she loved
Yeah.
me. I think we were
Okay.
just cool. I think she
Entertainment.
recognized. No, I don't think it
No,
was.
they was all
Hold on, hold
young.
on.
He just go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think it was entertainment, and I don't think that she loved me. I think that we were just cool, really cool, and I think she recognized my intelligence, and she recognized, my elk as a person, and she appreciated that. And even though my homie was with her, and I was with her friend, I think that she recognized that both of them were not really as intelligent as we were. So, yeah, go ahead, Rilla. What was you saying?
No, actually, no. I was just trying to, and I shouldn't have been speaking for you. I was just trying to clarify your point, but I did have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
You talked about your concerns about raising young is, and
Yeah.
all my seeds are grown. I'm preparing to go into granddad phase at this point, and so
Uh,
when you brought that up, I'm like, damn, you're right. It's a very different world than where you come from, right? It's a very different world for these young bloods, and even with the work that I'm doing, I'm listening to you and thinking like, dang, well, how do I prepare? To raise the next generation of my legacy. And so I just wanted to see if you could expound a little bit more around, your concerns for young is and what you're doing. Cause you definitely said like, he can't do the same things. I got to protect my baby boy, man. He can't do the same things I used to do when I was a youngin',
yeah, he definitely can. And
and he in the South.
yeah, it's wild, man, because it's very, very wild, right? Because I feel a little bit cowardly, even though I know I'm not, right? Because it's like the way I have to raise him is I have to raise him to be conscious, aware, and always thinking, right? In my tutelage of him, he has no room to just react. You know what I'm saying? He has to be thinking, he has to be on his toes, he has to be sharp, and he has to understand that violence has to be the last course of action and only when it's necessary to protect yourself. That's just how I'm raising him. Because as a black man, there's certain things you're not going to be able to get away with. There's certain things that they're not going to accept from you. And knowing that, you have to purport yourself, be able to defend yourself, which I absolutely train him to defend himself, but let that be the last measure. See, when I was growing up, that seemed to be the first measure. You know what I'm saying? And so I decided to teach him how to think, how to be aware, how to be situationally aware, how to use his words, how to maneuver, rather than jumping to violence, or rather than jumping to just a visceral reaction.
You know what bothers me though, Izzy,
What's that?
is that even though we will teach our children these things, and we still just have to take it from these white boys and white kids or other than whites putting their hands on us.
No, 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 no,
You,
no, 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 no,
you
no, no,
know,
no. That's the line.
okay.
If they put their hands on you, and they ain't got no weapon drawn on you, and you can't get to you take their head off. No, 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 no. It ain't no taking. We talking about talking situation. We're talking about. I teach my son, don't be going up to nobody and be like, yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Like trying to, you know what I'm saying? No, 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 no. Don't tell nobody what you're about to do to them. Don't be talking about what you're gonna do to them. Don't be arguing with
Or you
nobody.
just say, hey, so what's up? What's up?
Yeah, none of that.
Yeah,
None
yeah.
of that. None of that's what I'm saying. No, 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 no.
Okay, I
Nobody
get it.
putting
Yeah.
their hands on him. Now, if they put their hands on him, he got to keep them from putting their hands on him. And then if they do, he got to demolish them. That's the
Man, they
word.
got all kind of stuff going on right now. Even a lady had a camera on her little boy because the little black boy, dark skinned little black boy too, the white teacher was slapping him all around the school, all around the classroom. Did y'all see that?
No, that's crazy. No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'll email it to you.
That's crazy. Welcome back to the show, ADS. Yo, really, is your mic working? ADS, what's up,
Yeah,
bro?
man. I'm out here in the yard. Yeah, I saw that coffee. That was that special needs student, right?
Yeah, and he was just, even though she was hitting him, he wasn't saying much. But the fact that he did it, that they did it to him, the parents was like, I put a camera on my son's backpack. And we saw what you did to him. And she went in there to the principal's office, and they was just sitting here. You need to calm down and get out of here. This is crazy, man. Don't
That's
want
what you're supposed to.
accountability.
That's when you're supposed to sue. Okay, I'm gonna get out, no problem. That's what you're supposed to sue their pants off and never send your child back there again. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find someplace else for your child to be, because your child is not safe. Every major city has a separation, bruh. We have an Italian spot, a German spot, and just pale faced people. Shit, they have an African spot. Well, we get that. We're not. That's not what we're talking about. We're
They
not
they
talking
ain't
about
gonna know.
spots. We're talking about. Yeah, it's very different.
They
I'm
they
telling.
not gonna know.
Unless you live
Yeah.
in Chicago or you know about Chicago, you really ain't gonna
Yeah,
really.
and I done moved around, same as Izzy. Izzy can tell you how he's moved around, and you come to the crib, it's a lot different, fam. And again, it ain't even nothing to brag on. We know Greektown, Germantown,
China.
Little Italy, Chinatown. Like, yeah, you 1000% correct. You're right. It's
Everybody
just
just
a
got
little
their
bit.
place.
Yeah, but it's a little bit. It's just a little bit different here. Even when I go to Treme, um, um, coffee, it's just different, fam. And again, it's nothing to brag on. Uh, we gonna see what happens with Chicago in the next 20 years in terms of this segregation piece. But let me
Now
just
no,
go
I was
ahead,
just gonna
Poppy.
say I love Italian food,
Me
and
too.
I only place I would go to get Italian food would be in Manhattan, you know. And but I've also seen where an Italian guy just come out, the blue with a bat at a black dude, and I was like, "This is wow,"
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Hey, shout out to JJ Man. He said FBA is bullshit. Hello, my name is Tariq, and we're FBA. But Tariq Nasheed is foundational Black American. But niggas will follow him and others because he's entertaining. That's what y'all do. Well, I can't say I'm necessarily.
I'm
I
not a
like them
follower,
better
but
as
I like some of the things he
King
say.
Flex. Yeah, I like them better as King Flex. But shout out to Tariq Nasheed. Go ahead,
Yo,
Willa. What's up? I
what's up?
did.
Like the
I
King
liked
What's
him
up?
better as King Flex. I did. I
Let
ain't
me just
lying.
say this. I'm gonna go back on mute.
I liked it when he was talking about that ism. You know what I'm saying? I liked
Wow.
Tariq when he was talking about that
That's a
ism.
fact. Yeah,
Shout
that's a
out to
fact.
Tariq.
Shout out to Tariq. I was gonna say again, the parents have to change their mindset for the school system being a type of daycare, right? We really should be in control of our school systems, right? Those are the ones that's teaching the babies, and that's one of the reasons why I was running for local school council. Is other reason why, all my kids are grown, but I'm still advocating and dedicated to my high school alma mater, right? I was just talking to my wife the other day because we both went to the same high school. We just, never really dated in high school, or nothing like that. But when I look back on my formative years, my high school literally was governed and we were being taught and raised where they was trying to turn my high school into like a mini HBCU.
Okay.
When you look at those teachers' credentials, and so they didn't go by the curriculum per se. Like Miss Carruthers, she often strayed from the curriculum and stayed telling us, who we were. And as a community, that's what if you're going to use, because we pay the taxes on it, right? So if you're going to use public school systems, I don't think we should be begging, whining, and crying for them to do something for us as much as we should be in control of it. You know what I'm saying? And employing, like most local school councils, you get to determine the principal that's in your school. You select and offer a contract for that principal. Those teachers, a lot of things that we think we don't have a say in, if the parents actually showed up instead of just sending their kids there as a form of daycare, you could control a lot more, and it would make a difference what Donald Trump is saying with regard to these book bans and all this other stuff. But I'm on mute. Go ahead, bro.
But
Y'all
you know
got it.
what though, what you can do too as a person, a faculty of any educational institution, is be strong in that position. You know, first representing who you are and representing those who look like you around. Not saying give special preferential treatment, but I notice, even at the college where I work, we have issues with there being clubs for Filipino people, clubs for Asian, other Asian people, Latinos and Chicanos and different things like that. But when it comes to black people, they say people of color, and that means that everybody is included, and that's something totally different. And I tried to talk with one of the other faculty members about that, and they were like, "But we're inclusive." I'm like, "But they don't include you. You can't go to any of their meetings. You're not Asian. You're not. You get what I'm saying, Rilla?"
It's like almost the presidency of Barack Obama is still haunting us instead of that transparency word. It's like we always still got to show our hand, but nobody else has to show theirs. Right? You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, good brother. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? That thing has been used against us since he got out of office. With being honest with you, it's been kind of a miserable trait, right? Where what I'm saying, everybody expects you to show you everything that you know, but nobody wants to show you anything. Right? They don't want to let you in the clubs, like their little cliques, stuff like that. But when they need you, you're accessible.
And
I
in
say
order
just
for
like
these
them.
people to get funding, let me say this, Lord. In order for these people to get funding, even at my school, they have to say it's for everybody. Isn't that something?
Yeah, man. Is these dirty Latinos and S words, man?
Hey,
What? No,
hey,
man, it's not like that. It's
fighter
not like
Charlie,
that, fighter.
Chill out,
Fighter, you
fighter.
crazy.
It is not. We ain't on that type of time,
come on,
fighter.
come on, man.
Shout out to my man, fighter.
We ain't even talking about nothing like that, bro. Stop it. Yo, if y'all want to keep the show going past the top of that, past the next 10 minutes, we just need 8 people, at least $5 a piece. 8 people, at least $5 a piece. We're coming up on 3 hours. Support the show, support the stream. Now, I mean, help us reach our goal. Help us reach our goal today. We just need 8 people, at least $5 a piece. All right, y'all. Support the show, support the stream. Now, man.
Yo, Izzy. Um, Izzy, what's going on, man? I thought we were friends, man. I'm gonna be in North Cackalack. No, man. What's
You, you,
good?
you the only one of us that's gonna be in North Cackalack. Like,
Oh,
what
oh,
do you?
oh, oh
I
yeah, I
don't
forgot you in the. Oh, you a Bama boy.
right. I
I
don't
for,
live in
oh,
North Carolina no more. Right.
shit, I forgot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But besides, I like you, but I don't like you enough to meet up with you.
What you mean? I ain't gonna
Right.
rob you, bro.
I'm not afraid of you,
I ain't gonna
Robert.
rob you.
I
You
don't
know,
want to
nigga.
hang out with you.
Listen, Izzy. I'm only gonna take one tooth, the right one. You heard? I'm
No,
just,
you need one to borrow. You need to
I'm
borrow.
gonna take the right one, the front right one. That's
You
all.
need to borrow one too. I got you. I would lend you a tooth though. I would lend you a tooth, bro. I got
This
you.
nigga crazy. You
But I
funny,
don't.
nigga.
But I don't like
Huh?
you enough to hang out with you though. I ain't gonna lie to you. You cool and all that, but not
Yeah,
that cool.
I ain't gonna lie. I probably will rob you though. I ain't gonna hold you.
You would try. You would try.
Yeah, no, definitely. I definitely go. You got money, right? We gonna
Yeah.
see, nigga. We
Yeah,
gonna see.
you would try. You would try. That would end tragically for you. You would
we
try.
go. We gonna see about that one, boy. You gonna tell on me?
Tell
You
on
gonna
you?
tell on me?
No, you would want to tell on me.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. So you telling me after what happened to Cyrus, now you want to do it to Kokolo? That's crazy,
I
bro.
don't want to do
I,
nothing to
I
you.
got a prediction. I got a
Hold
prediction.
on, time
I,
out. Hold on, idiots. I don't want to do nothing to that man. That's how rumors get started. I'm just chilling. Shout out to Joseph for more. Go ahead, idiots. What's your prediction?
I think both you niggas is bad shooters. You just going to end up telling on each other. I think that's exactly what happened. You shoot
Okay.
Your
five,
Crazy.
6
prediction is
rounds,
wrong.
not hit a thing, and then run to the police station. Say, "Hey, this
Your
dude shoot
your
up."
prediction is so wrong, sir. So wrong. So wrong. So wrong. I got nothing but love for a fighter. I don't want no harm to come fight away. It's gonna Gucci man, homie. Shh, shh, shh. I'm not gonna do no such thing. Shaking my head. No license to carry knowledge. LOL. Hey, definitely, man. I'm in the black community too, because doing things for young black men and boys, because there is no representation. A lot of black boys have a hard time understanding that. Yeah, but listen, I just don't think, like to the point earlier. I wanted to get to the point. I think people who speak like us and who want to see us win, we should align with Chicago Rilla. But I think people that speak against us and don't want to see us win or want to compete with us, for resources or whatever, we absolutely should not align with them, and we should absolutely not let them in. We have to start being. I mean, I understand about the strength in numbers. I agree with that wholeheartedly. At the same time, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. So we have to start making sure that we align with people that align with us and that have our best interests at heart. I think too many times we're too understanding and too loving, and we let people in that don't really have our best interests at heart, and then they end up usurping and taking over our movements, like y'all just said, and making it about them instead of about us and what we need and what we been fighting for.
If
Yeah, yeah,
one get off cold, if one gets off cold, that is the issue because it takes one thread and it'll tear the whole thing apart, man. I'm telling you to unravel.
Yeah, and I just want to be clear. My personal experience, this tether talk and all this other stuff that's been coming up. This to me, this is new, right?
Mhm.
The natural order of things is if somebody not rock with you or they going against your agenda, hey, man, you can't sit at the table with us. That's the normal order. Now, if somebody's infiltrating, that's another thing. But what I hear people saying, because I'm with you on that too, like that kumbaya. I promise you, I'm not on that type of time. I know sometimes it may sound that way. I'm really not on that type of time. I'm really only moving with people um, who either advocate or we're aligned on the things that we can be aligned on and achieve an objective for that time. And so that in that way, I'm saying I don't make the distinction. I just see a lot of conversation where we're making the distinction where there wasn't one before because the natural order was you couldn't sit with us anyway. So those
Right,
people that talk that way about us, you're an outcast anyway. You know
right.
what I mean? Unless somebody could point out where, go ahead, because I'm sure somebody's gonna point
You know
out where
what?
that has happened.
What Jay Jermaine said, who are our opposition? I would say our opposition, the opposition are those who oppose us, those who say that we don't deserve anything, those that say we don't need anything, those that say like we are lazy and we're bums and we're less than and we're this and we're that. Those people, whether they look like me or not, I don't care. Like if you don't have our best interests at heart as a whole, meaning you seeing the best for our people, you want the best for our people, you're moving in a direction for the best interest of our people, like I'm not with that shit, period.
Thing is, you
I
don't give
agree.
people like that a microphone to even be in the conversation. We we had a conversation over here 2 years ago, and you know what that was, and I ain't even gonna bring it back up. But Uncle Jeff told a specific person, "Hey, look, you don't know what you're talking about. You're not in on this. You only been here, or either you're dismissive to the situation." My thing is, stay out. And when I say a person tethering, you're not a tether until you start to doing that type of stuff. Because I don't believe in just going around calling people tethers. But there are some people in this space that have been tethering a bit too long in on America's business, and that is a terroristic threat to America, even to Black America.
Hell yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
We need more white uh cronies, you know, to help us out, man.
just man.
What
Oh,
you
there's
think?
some out there that really help. There's some that are on Black people's side.
Right,
I'm
they
not the
would call
person that go around and
abolitionists.
say,
They would call abolitionists, or they would call, yeah. I don't use the word tether. I don't like tether, right? Tether is somebody, it doesn't mean that you're just from another country. It means that you're trying to align with black people in order to extrapolate the benefits of
Right.
being black while not wanting while not
Wow.
wanting
But
to
then you want to
associate
belittle
with
them
black people. Right.
while you
That's what
belittle them at the same time simultaneously, which
right.
is
That's a
crazy, you
tether.
know?
Right. A tether is not just because you're from another country and you happen to
Right.
be dark skinned. That's not a
Right.
tether. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because my
no,
brother
if you
Izzy right
from
here,
here, you're a
my brother
cold
Izzy have
citizen.
Trini. Really, you have Trini, like I mean, and it's like now black Trini. He's a Indian. He's a black Indian Trini. You know what
I'm
I'm
in.
saying? Indian Trini.
That's hilarious. That's
That's like he
hilarious.
got that like you got like that red undertone. I mean, but it's
I'm
all
I'm,
good.
I'm a native because I'm a Native
Oh, you
American.
a native,
I'm a
right?
native,
Okay,
exactly.
yeah,
Yes,
Aboriginal.
I'm
All
an
right.
Aboriginal.
When
Yes,
I
I
listen
am.
to both of y'all, y'all both are native New Yorkers.
Word. Coffee, and I heard you say earlier that you love Italian food. What about the women? You like Italian women? You know they're a little black. You know what I mean?
They are black.
If they're a little bit brown, you know what I'm saying? You know, because you do
Mm,
have Italian women that are mixed. They
the
don't never
olive
talk about
joints.
yeah, they don't talk about them. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I know the history of Italian people. I love their food, but I know that they really believe in being with their own. And I wish that we as black people should be okay with being with our own too. You know, I had to learn that too. You know, my ex-wife is Latina, you know, and passing for white. But hey, it is what it is. I don't have children, so I can say that now.
Oh no, you had an Angela Valdez. He's an
Oh
Izzidian.
man,
Yeah,
Isdian is a funny.
Izzidian.
Isdian.
It is what
Yeah,
it is. It is what it is. It is
it,
what it
it
is.
is what it is. Oh, you
What
missed
I,
the
did he
point.
call you, Izzy? What did he call you? Is
is
Valdez.
no. He
It's
called me.
Valdez. It's
No. He called me
crazy.
Izdian. Izdian.
It's
Hey,
Valdez.
we only
Oh,
got one moment. Hey, we only got 1 minute. We need 1 minute's up. And what are y'all doing? Y'all don't want to keep the show going. What's y'all
Yeah,
last
this the
words?
shows we need the support
But
for,
they don't
man.
want to support. They don't
I
show
know,
no
is
support for
I
these
know,
shows, man.
I
These
know,
shows get the very least amount of
I
paper
know,
ever,
I know,
ever.
I know.
man, when you was on a whole week of arguing, it was lit. It was up and stuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
you need to
money
go pick
was
a fight with somebody, man.
the money was. Hey, fighter came to pick a fight, so it might happen. Now,
Shout out to
I,
fighter.
shout out
Fighter
to fighter.
stupid,
Hey,
man.
I listen. Y'all make sure y'all like, y'all share, y'all subscribe, tell a friend, tell a
Please.
friend. We need 8 more people if y'all want to keep the show going. If they're gonna say their last words, if y'all can get it in before they say their last words, we'll keep the show going. If not, we're gonna close it down. Shout out to my man JD. He did try to start the momentum. I appreciate JD for sponsoring the show. Hey, show some support. Shows the show support, man. Everybody $5 real quick. All right, go ahead. What's your last words? I appreciate you, fighter. What's your last words, good
Yeah,
brother?
and Izzy, I would never try to fight you, Izzy. When I see you, I see me, man. See,
Shout out to you.
air light, brother. My
A alike, we
reflection,
be
bro.
alike, so we see alike. Hey, no doubt.
You-
Shout out to you, beloved.
Big of a planet.
Shout out to my A alike, Kalo Kentucky.
Yeah, he in his 5% of bag. Shout out to that.
We're shaking God. We're shaking
What's
God.
today's mathematics, God?
What's today's mathematics? He's a New Yorker through and through. He can't help himself,
I
man. He's
love
a
it.
New Yorker.
I love it.
58 inches above
I go
sea
next,
level,
man.
93 million miles above these devils.
Okay.
I sincerely hope, man, um, that at some point we would take a critical lens and look at us, look at the state of the world, and see that we need each other more than we need to be separate and divided from each other. Coalesce with alikes and build where you can, right? And then I'm gonna drop off after this. Izzy, listen. I encourage everybody in the chat in the audience. Do something nice when the weather is good. Do something nice for somebody today. Expect nothing in return, man. Expect
All right.
nothing in return. All right, I'll holler at y'all in a minute. Hey, I appreciate the stream, man. For real,
I
for real.
appreciate you. Shout out to my man
Yes, sir.
Chicago Real. Appreciate you. Hey, Jay Jermaine said, "You slaves take everything for Tariq, and if anyone disagrees with you, Nigmas, yes, I'm being vulgar. Enigma, you call them tethers, even though the definition doesn't fit. Well, shout out to that. That's not me. Thank you to my guy Ko Black. I appreciate that. The double up. He says support the show, support the stream. Now, I mean, thank you Ko for the double up. Hey yo, Ko. So we just need 7 more people before we close out. ADS, what say you? What's your last words, good brother?
Great show, Izzy Bands. Thanks for having me up, bro.
Hey, no doubt. Salute to you. My man Kwafi, what's your last words, good brother?
This was good, man. You know how I just don't jump on, but when after reading everything and going through the case and everything, I just want to pop up and support in that way. I may have not done it monetarily today, but this was my support. And only thing I just say, like I said, started with an opening statement. Grab hold to your children. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to live in the same house. Because I do believe that if something should happen to your son or daughter in a situation like this, it'll it'll break your heart. I'm talking about like just really tear you apart. So If your son and daughters are this young, well, just period, and they 100 down like this, just think about that. And by that, I'll just land right there. Take it
Yeah,
easy.
that's it's sad. It's sad. Yo, shout out to that. All right, man. Thank y'all very much for coming through. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Salute. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother Kwafi Nino. Make sure y'all subscribe to Fighter Complex. My man Lord ADS and my man Chicago Rilla don't have channels. But subscribe. Oh, thank you to my man Chicago Rilla with the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate if you got a membership for Chicago Rilla, make sure you thank them. And listen, if we get two more people, at least $5 a piece, we can keep the show going. Thank you to Chicago Rilla, man. I really appreciate you, man. Thanks, man. And thank you to my man Ayo KO. Thank you, KO.
God damn it, I like the way you do business.
Make money, make money. When shit hit the fan, we'll take money.
JJ, man, I appreciate you, bro. I know you do. Hey, you a man of your word. Shout out to my People's Narrative Dollars. Said great show. Shout out to my man Andrew Taylor. Said it's been a very good show. Thank you. KL Black said peace, peace, peace. Thank y'all so much, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Shout out to my guy Cajun Darkfire. Said always treat everyone with respect and kindness. Hey, you got to. Shout out to Miss Center World. Said peace, peace. What's weird is treating a dog better than family, but that thing happens. Yeah, it does, and that's sad. Yo, thank y'all so much, man. Listen. We are human beings, man. If you cut us, do we not bleed? We are human beings. Now, some of us have quirky personalities, have prickly personalities, have qualms and little quips. We all do, right? We have to get to a point, and I hate to sound cliche, where we start judging each other off of the context of the character instead of the color of the skin. Because the truth of the matter is, you miss so much. And life is precious and it's fragile. I know I'm not going to be able to change racism or change anybody's mind or make anybody think any differently. At the same time, if you're on the fence, a lot of us are just like you. We have family members, we have mothers and fathers, we have brothers and sisters, we have sons and daughters, cousins, aunts and uncles. And we love them and want the best for them the same way that y'all love yours and want the best for yours. A lot of us just want to make it, just want to have a decent life, decent food, decent health care, decent education, decent place to live. And I think that's a human thing. We got to start really looking at each other and looking at ourselves as human. And human, one thing about people is we're human. And one thing about being human is that we have that spark, the divine spark in us. And God created us for a purpose and for a reason. So make sure you walk in your purpose. Make sure you treat people the way they want to be treated. And make sure that you do your best to be your best, right? Shout out to B Sneezy. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate support. I'm at the though. I appreciate that. I don't know what that means, but I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody who supported the show. And the meek shall inherit the earth. Thank you to everybody that supported the show. Be Sneezy, my man Chicago Rilla, 5 gifted membership. If you got a membership for Chicago Rilla, thank them and make sure you keep it up. I'm doing the live, the members only live starting tomorrow night at 6:00 Eastern Standard Time. Starting tomorrow night, every Thursday, 6:00 Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna do the members only. So make sure y'all tap in. That's where we're gonna have some fun. And we're going to talk about some more specialized stuff, some more stuff about kind of what I do and kind of, get into some information that maybe y'all have, maybe I don't have, but it'll help you to remember. And then you'll be in a group think in a mastermind group that'll help excel you towards success. So shout out to that. I'm excited about that. Tap in, make sure you get that middle membership. That middle membership, $6.99. If you got the millionaire membership, make sure you upgrade to the multi-millionaire membership, the middle membership, and that's where the excitement is going to happen tomorrow, 6:00 Eastern Standard Time. Then tap in regular time for the show tomorrow. God willing, we'll do a show tomorrow. I don't know. We may or may not, But for sure, we're going to do the 6 o'clock show, Eastern Standard Time, if everything. Thank you to my man, KO Black. Thank you to JD 1975, the sponsor show. Thank you, Chicago Rilla. Thank you very much to CJ Brooks. Thank you very much to KO Black, to Be Sneezy. Thank you to Living Humbly. Appreciate you, bro. To Andrew Teller. Appreciate you, bro. To Shiesty Bum. Appreciate you, sis. To Speak Radio. Appreciate you. And TV Trucker. I really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for supporting the show. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all later. I've heard TED Talks, but Tether Talks? Y'all are crazy, man. Thank y'all so much, man. Y'all have a great day. LMA, F-bombs. No F-bombs. No F-bombs. We can't do the F-bombs. The unity is what's missing. Let's get to unity in the community. And we out. And we out this motherfucker, man. Hey, I guess we did laugh a little bit. Damn. I guess we did laugh a little bit. But, hey, we out of here. Let me play this for you.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. They say I have no talent, but they stay watching, counting every move. Yeah, they be clocking, speculating, while I'm stacking my dough. It don't make sense, I'm trying to put on a show. They try to play me like my funds are low, but I'm easy Baines, never just a name. J Prince for president, now I'm in a different game. With every step I take, I'm painting my lane. When will they realize hard work beats talent every time? No, I don't care what you say, my boy, I live my life. Go ahead with your own life, just leave me alone. I don't care how you go get it, I got no strife. I'm a go-getter, you got fun low. Yeah. Turn up the volume, let the beat resonate. I'm climbing high while they just speculate. Jealousy's a sin, don't let it get inside. They tryna control, but I'm on this ride. Stories they weave out a bit of threads. They mad at me, cause I was born to spread. In the beginning, gotta start again. Every setback's a chance to ascend. My friend, I don't care what you say, my boy, I live my life. Go ahead with your own life, just leave me alone. I don't care how you go get it, I got no strife. I'm a go-getter, you got funds low. Yeah. Renew your mind, let the past drift away. Change your life, no days off, that's how we play. Profits are better than wages, stay in the grind. We're serving to the lender, don't fall behind. I can't afford it all, let the haters see. My money grows on trees, it's just me being free. Life is good, God is good, I am feeling fine. Believe it, conceive it, elevate and shine. I don't care what you say, my boy, I live my life. I live. Go ahead with your own life, just leave me alone. I don't care how you go get it, oh get it, I got no strife. I'm a go-getter, you got funds low. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. Speak it till you see it, that's the secret. Perception is reality, set your sights clear. Identify a need and feel, eliminate the fear. Pivot on your path, don't let it slide. Life's a journey, come enjoy the ride. Living my truth, breaking every mold. Stay shining bright, watch my story unfold. I don't care what you say, my boy, I live my life. Go ahead with your own life, just leave me alone. I don't care how you go get it, I got no strife. I'm a go-getter, you got fun low. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. the streets where the truth ain't sweet. Lesson learned hard, now I'm claiming my seat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They keep talking about the hustle, thinking it's a game. But the real ones know the struggle feel the same. Yeah, chasing dreams in a world full of doubt. I'm stepping to the beat of my heart, knows it loud. Now here to impress, just trying to keep it real. Respect is earned, not given, that's the deal. Yeah. G-A-M-E, the game is the same. So, told you before, aim ain't never gonna change. G-A-M-E, grown ass man, and energy, we mean we can't be playing, or pretending we wanna be, we gotta be winners. Yeah, I ain't changing for nobody, I'm Clark Kent proud. Yeah, 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 yeah. Step to the mic, I'm saying it loud. Yeah, yeah. If you can't accept me at my best or my worst, yeah. You're stuck in a fantasy, I'm ready to burst. Yeah, yeah. If dollars in my pocket, but respect's the preference. It's all about the vibe and the energies. Assets, no deposits, no withdrawals. Keep it honest, no sense. In a world full of pretense, my soul feels defense. My soul feels defense. G-A-M-E, the game is the same. So told you before, the game ain't never gonna change. G-A-M-E, grown ass man, energy, we man, we can't be playing. Or pretending we wanna be, we gotta be winners. Enemies lurking, trying to steal my shine, but I'm rolling with my brothers. He's the front line. Ain't nobody perfect, but we learn from the scars. Underneath the surface, we all shining stars. Let's make a wager, I bet they can't take it all in. Life's a game of poker, and I'm all in, yeah, follies falling, but I'm standing tall. Tu sabes, nada, no comprende mucho at all. G-A-E-E, the game is the same. Told you before, the game ain't never gonna change. Grown ass man energy, we mean we can't be playing. Pretending we wanna be, we gotta be winners. No, ignited, that's not my way, but I'm here for my people, night and day. Each bar I spit is a testament of pain, but through it all, we still rise, we remain.